all out of them pint bottles out Granny crib. I poured so much I ain't want to live. Told money then, shit we in the wind. I was in the hood when I clipped the bin. Since a young nigga I been ready. Went glass house on every Chevy. In this game I tried plenty settings. It's all or nothing. How niggas been. Got sucker niggas, keep suckers with them. One of the reasons I ain't fucking with them. Trish Tech and some more than her. Guess she couldn't even afford a winner. I'm open late, don't need a scale. And it's always over. Sneak wishing well. I double down, slick shit to spell. Shawty know I don't kiss and tell. I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded. And I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube. Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
There we go. There we go. Hold on, let me make sure I got everything set up together. Everything all right, man. All right, chat. Yeah, man, I know I didn't come live last night. I planned, everything in me had planned on going live yesterday, but I had woke up so early and had just such a long day that I got home at like 6:30 or 7. I'm like, look, I'm gonna rest a little bit. I'm gonna get up around 9:30 or 10 and stream. When I woke up, it was like 3 in the morning, chat. I'm not gonna lie, it was like already 3. The night had came and went. The night it came and went. So here we are, early morning show, 5:30 a.m. Man, y'all ready? Let's go, chat. Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. What we doing this morning, chat? Double tap the screen, shut a live out. What we doing this morning, chat? We got Trump set to tackle housing. We got Cenat loses his girlfriend, the young boy. And we got Kash Patel to shut down the Hoover Center, man. We got an action-packed episode. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. I know it's early, so what? We're locked in, man. I can't speak for everybody else in their communities chat, but we're locked in. We got Andrew Colvet and the YouTube streamer coming out showing those text messages. We got Alex Jones and Candace Owens going back and forth about them. We got President Trump set to convene his top economic advisors at Mar-a-Lago to roll out the most aggressive housing plan in U.S. history. Sounds like the 50-year mortgage to me, chat. I'm just going to be all the way honest. We got a beauty store owner, a beauty salon owner, a woman in there with the beauty store, you know, selling her lashes, wigs, and everything. Well, she has a group of women come in there and pepper spray her to steal some damn wigs. It's crazy, chat. Also, we got Cenat crying on Snapchat Live. I don't know what platform, but dude was shedding real tears, man. I guess he found out his girlfriend was cheating on him. We know Cenat, the most famous Twitch streamer there is. Over 1 million subscribers, 14 million. I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. But anyways, he's crying. Her mama's coming out. Her mom's saying that Kai, the girl you really fell in love with, was me. I taught her all of the things that you thought she was doing. It's crazy, chat. I'm not gonna lie. It's real messy, real crazy. And Cenat's kind of young, man. So we just gonna try to give him a little advice, man. We're going to try to give him a little advice. Also, we got 2 teenagers breaking into an elderly woman. So I think she was like 80, bro. They broke into this woman's home. She was like 80, man. They kicked her door off the hinges, man. She got to that revolver and I'm not going to lie. She aired it out, chat. She aired it out. She got to the revolver, aired it out. I think 3 of them ran in her house. I think she unalived 2 of them. Now the families are trying to sue her for $1 million because they were underage when she blew them down. Crazy, chat. We're gonna get into that. Also, we got ICE is coming out saying that they're about to start attacking the employers. ICE has been targeting, individuals. Now they're saying that they're going to start targeting employers, and they have DoorDash and these ride-sharing apps on their radar. We got a viral clip of a woman in a lift, and the lift driver just stops the damn car on the train tracks, in the middle of the train tracks, and they going back and forth. The woman's arguing with her like, why is you stopped on the train tracks? The lady can't understand what she's saying, so now they trying to, it's some miscommunication, some shit's getting lost in translation, and they just sitting here on the damn railroad tracks with it looks like a train's getting ready to do its thing. Also, we got clavicular, the one who ran over that guy the other day, man. He ran over that dude the other day. I don't know if the guy ended up passing away or not, but we got him. He sat down with I don't know who he sat down with, but basically he's saying that JD Vance is fat, sloppy, and just fat, sloppy, and short, out of shape. So he has no business being the president over Gavin Newsom. He says Gavin Newsom 6'3", he's tall, he's a Chad, and we're gonna hear his takes on that. Let's see what the hell clavicular is talking about. Also, we got Kash Patel says he's gonna close the FBI Hoover building in DC permanently. About damn time. Wasn't it supposed to happen day one? It's December 28th. You said that shit a long time ago, like January 20th is when Trump came in. So by like the 21st, the Hoover building should have been shut down. Here we are, December 28th. We're about 11 months and a few days late, but I guess now is better than never, chat. Also, we got Senators Cory Booker and Andy Kim reintroducing a federal firearms licensing act. The bill will require every American to get a federal license, including safety training, background checks, and fingerprints before buying or even possessing a firearm. And we finna get into it. I ain't with it, chat. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real. I'm not with it. We got a couple more miscellaneous clips. Some guy named James Fishback. I'm not really familiar with James Fishback. I'm gonna have to do my research. But they said he was at Disney and had a crowd of about 150 around him, and they kicked him the hell up out of there, chat. Double tap the screen, shut it live out. We got an action-packed episode. Whether you're just now waking up on your way to work or getting ready for your day, I hope everybody's having a good one. No, I can't say that. What's up, Risa? What's up, Risa? All right, we finna get into it, man. This is Mom Donnie talking about his housing plan. But before we get into the Mom Donnie housing plan, the city council passes COPA and other housing bills. So this is what's going on in New York. On December 18, 2025, New York City Council has passed the Community Opportunity Purchase Act. The bill requires owners of certain multifamily buildings with 4 or more units to allow qualified nonprofit entities or joint ventures a first opportunity to purchase and the first right of refusal to purchase the property. So, long story short, you got a multifamily over there, you're getting ready to sell it. You can't just put it on the open market. You have to give the first opportunity to a qualified nonprofit entity or joint venture, man. I don't know. I'm not with it, Chad. I understand we have a housing crisis and they're doing everything they can to try to tackle housing and shit like this, but I don't know, Chad. I don't know, man. It seems like this is a stepping stone to what's next. Single family homes. Before you want to sell your single family home, you got to give right to the qualified profit entities. Like, what if you wanted to sell it to a family member? What if you wanted to keep the family or the multifamily? What if you wanted to keep that inside of the family? Like, hey, I have this 4 unit, you know what I'm saying? And I got my little nephew, Billy Bob, down the street. Little Billy Bob and Tyrone, they're going in on a joint venture and they want to buy my 4-unit house. They want to get started in real estate. Little Billy Bob and little Tyrone want to go in and buy Uncle Plug's whatever the hell I had, if it was a 4 unit. The city's gonna say no. No, little Billy Bob, no Tyrone, no Uncle Plug. You can't do that. You have to watch out, Billy Bob and little Tyrone. We're gonna allow a qualified nonprofit or a joint venture to go through, look at the property, see if they want it. And if it just so happens they don't want it, you know, we guess you can do what you want to do with it, man. They says the bill will be delivered to Mayor Adams for signature or a possible veto. Notably, the city council vote in favor of COPA does not appear sufficient to override a veto if that occurs. If enacted, COPA will take effect after 1 year. It is expected that the New York City Housing Preservation (HPD) will further clarify the categories of buildings and qualified entities covered by COPA. The final version of the bill has not been published, but is anticipated to reflect the amended version of the bill published 12/12/25. They have a summary right here. I'll drop that in the Discord. If you guys, matter of fact, I'll put it in the Discord right now in case somebody wants to go look over this further. Let me drop it in the Discord for you guys. Okay. I just put it in the Discord if anybody wants to go look over that. It says COPA is likely to face significant legal challenges over forcing owners to sell their properties to certain entities, among other concerns. The city council also passed 2 other housing related bills this season. The mandatory air conditioner bill requires owners of both regulated and unregulated housing to supply cooling systems in all bedrooms upon opt-in by a tenant. Rent regulated tenants would be required to consent to any LAL increases associated with the system. Also, they passed the Construction Justice Act, mandates a set prevailing wage to apply construction projects that receive more than 1.5 million in government subsidies or projects that involve buildings with more than 150 units. So yeah, how do y'all feeling about that? Let's go into this clip. This is Mom Donnie during this campaign trail, pretty much speaking about his vision of housing for New York. So we seen this coming, chat. It's not like he tried to hide this shit. It's just crazy to me when you break it all the way down. Like, as an property owner, you can't even sell this to a family member. You can't even sell this to a business friend. They're restricting a lot of options. A lot of options to build generational wealth. A lot of options to, help put your family in a better position. It's gone. The shit's gone. The shit's about to be gone all the way. I'm just going to be all the way honest. Before you sell it to little Billy Bob, little Billy Jack, and Tyrone, New York City got their hand in the damn pot. It's crazy.
Toward the Vienna model, we'll have to go beyond the market. We can establish community land trusts to gradually buy up housing on the private market and convert it to community ownership. We can give tenants a right of first refusal to buy out their landlords when buildings go...
See, we can give tenants right of refusal to buy out their buildings when the landlords come. See, he was touting this shit as, oh, you're a tenant, your landlord's finna get ready, you can buy it. But that's not what we just read in this new COPA bill. The new COPA bill is saying that the tenant ain't got no damn say so. It's that the nonprofit, the joint venture, the qualified nonprofit has say so. Where does the tenant come in, Mom Donnie? I'm hearing you saying the tenant got some say so, but what I'm reading is not going with what you're saying. What I'm reading is saying that allow qualified nonprofit entities or joint ventures a first opportunity to purchase and a first right of refusal to purchase. But when I'm listening to you, you're saying that was supposed to be the tenant.
Private market.
Let me listen again, Chad. Maybe I'm tripping.
And convert it to community ownership. We can give tenants a right of first refusal to buy out their landlords when buildings go up for sale. And we can fully commit to a new era of social housing, ending subsidies for luxury housing development and using our wealth to build beautiful, high-quality social housing projects that offer good homes and strong communities to everyone. We won't decommodify housing overnight, but we know what we have to do, and we have history to guide us. Go further toward the Vienna...
Yeah, they finna put all this shit on their balance sheets. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Owners multifamily owners and shit, when you get ready to sell that or do whatever, man, I don't know how y'all, I don't know, man. You consult with your professionals. Consult with some professionals, because this sounds like some bullshit to me. I'm just going to be all the way honest with you. It sounds like some bullshit to me, man. It sounds like New York City is finna come through, scoop up all of this shit and put it on their damn books, man. I know they say qualified entities, whatever, man. They want to know where the damn money's going. All of these qualified entities and shit, they're getting that money. They're getting money from somewhere, some funding from somewhere, and they probably want to, what do they call, some damn collateral. Some collateral, man. We giving you all this damn money. We want to make sure it's not just going down the toilet. We want to be able to come take some shit back if we have to. Man, this is crazy, bro.
In a model, we'll have to go beyond the market. We can establish community land trusts to gradually buy up housing on the private market and convert it to community ownership. We can give tenants a right of first refusal to buy.
Hold on, Chad. Y'all are tripping this morning. Y'all are tripping. I understand it's early. It's 5:50 in the morning on a Sunday. It is. But we don't got no comments. We ain't got no likes. We ain't got no... Are y'all awake in here? Are y'all bots, bro? Like, is this a chat full of bots? Are y'all here or not? I'm just saying. Like, damn.
Landlords when buildings go up for sale. And we can fully commit to a new era of social housing, ending subsidies for luxury housing.
You die, Cortez. You said, not gonna lie, you take my pockets, you try to rip these pockets off, you will die. Right there where you stand, man. You might as well go and get the shovel, man. Do not send the ambulance, send the coroner. You try to take my pockets, don't send the ambulance, send the coroner, because you're gonna die. Straight up.
Development and using our wealth to build beautiful, high-quality social housing projects that offer good homes and strong communities to everyone. We won't decommodify housing overnight, but we know what we have to do, and we have history to guide us. Go further toward the Vienna model. We'll have.
You said he want to knock down the old buildings and put up new ones? No. Hell no. What he wants to do is, he's inserting himself in the transfer of generational wealth, man. I'm just going to be all the way fucking honest with you. They're inserting themselves in transfer of generational wealth, man. Yes, these people are in New York. Yes, these buildings cost a lot of damn money, but it has to start somewhere. When is it going to stop? When is it going to get to the people who are in, let's say, rural Arkansas, the people in rural Kentucky, the people in Cleveland and Detroit that are buying these buildings with hopes and visions of a future, a beautiful future. I can pass this down, or I can, sell it to a family member. We're going to keep it in the family, and we're going to acquire another one and keep it in the family. Now little Tyrone has a multi-unit. Little Billy Jack has a multi-unit. Little Susie Sue has a multi-unit. Everybody has one, because that was an opportunity that was afforded. With this COPA shit coming in here, that opportunity won't even be afforded anymore, but because before you plan on transferring this building any monetary value, the city's gonna put their hand in the pot. No, you can't sell it to your cousin unless we pass on it. We get first dibs as the damn city of New York, man. You want to sell this multi-unit? Come holler at us first, man. Straight up. I'm not with that shit. I'm not with that shit, man. I'm not with that shit. That shit is crazy, bro. The American dream is dwindling the hell away. All right, look, here goes Trump right here. Trump's talking about he's finna go they're gonna tackle the housing crisis in 2026. That's the big thing on their agenda, is tackling the housing crisis in 2026. I'm just gonna be all the way honest with you. I'm just gonna be all the way honest with y'all, Chad. Sounds good. We're gonna tackle the homelessness crisis. We're gonna bring 50-year mortgages and shit. But I just watched a video from Clear Value Tax the other day, and he said this shit is the melt up. I don't know how y'all feel about Clear Value Tax, but dude's been pretty spot on for me over the last 4 or 5 years. Clear Value Tax has been pretty spot on. He says that this is the melt up. Housing's probably gonna crash 40 to 50% over the next 12 to 18 months, man. So him saying that we're focusing on home affordability, it sounds pretty much on par. If they're behind the scenes expecting a housing crash any damn way, homes are gonna get affordable. So let's go ahead and put it out there that, hey, we finna get this affordability shit together, man.
Of us make that are keeping the White House economic team up at night. We've got a list of things that we're going to present to the president.
The president's chief economist teased.
Who doesn't own anything, man? I own a couple cars and, you know what I'm saying, a little something, man. I don't own a lot of shit, but I own something, man. I own a little something now. Let's be honest. Let's be all the way up. I own a little something now. Gonna put my damn business out here for y'all, but I own a little something now.
In coming days, as the administration mulls over what to do about home affordability.
I expect that most of us are going to be down for a big chunk of the week after Christmas at Mar-a-Lago, going through all the plans for next year, and definitely we have a big list of housing ideas that have been vetted very carefully by the cabinet secretaries to present to the president in a week or two, and we'll see which ones he picks.
Some ideas already floated include a 50-year mortgage. That would reduce monthly payments, but it could also effectively lead to a lifetime of mortgage debt with massive interest costs. Another
50-year mortgage is crazy, bro. Like, crazy, man. You buy a house, let's just say you buy a house at 20 years old. You come in, you're 20 years old, you want to get you a property, 50, 70 years old, by the time you pay it off, you might well be a lifetime renter. Damn!
portable mortgages. If you already own a home and don't want...
You said question for the future. Jack Kemp, during the Reagan administration, had a plan to turn the government housing to tenants' ownerships with the assistance in the chain. That wasn't a question. That was not a question at all. You said question for the future and then made a statement. What the hell is that?
Want to move because you locked into a super low rate a few years ago and don't want to lose it. Portability could allow you to carry that existing loan to a new house.
Some people who are empty nesters are living in a 6-bedroom house. They don't need that much space, so it's going to open up that inventory for a growing family.
But that could also trigger a demand spike, causing home prices to go up even faster. And that's the challenge for the president or anyone else trying to make homes more affordable, the unintended consequences of tinkering with the real estate market. In Washington, I'm Doug Luzader, Fox News.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let me pull it up. Could a 50-year mortgage make homes more affordable? Hell no, man. This shit is crazy, Chad. Hold on, man. All right, we finna move on, though. We finna move on from that. All right, this is the lady right here. This is the lady, I think she like 80, 85, but some teenagers broke into her house, and she got to that revolver, man. She got to that revolver, aired it out, and ended up unaliving 2 of the teenagers, and now the families are suing her for $1 million. I'm just going to be all the way honest with you, chat. I don't blame her. I don't blame her, man. One thing about it, 2 things for certain, man. Somebody run up in here, bro. I'm trying to send them back out just as fast as they came, man. I don't blame that woman for getting to her revolver, man, and holding her hand steady. I'm just going to be all the way honest, man. They kicked in the door, man. Kicked it out the hinges and ran in there. She was yelling at them to stop. They kicking on the door. She letting the revolver off, man. One of them get hit, falls down right there, left him right there. The other one gets transported to the hospital and passes away. Now the families are upset because these individuals were underage. I believe like 15 and 16. I want to know how y'all feel about it, chat. I'm just gonna be all the way honest. I feel like the lady did what the hell she needed to do. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I feel like she did what the hell she needed to do.
An 85-year-old woman living alone shot and killed 2 teenagers who were attempting to break in her home late at night. Now, the deceased family is demanding $1 million in compensation. Surveillance footage shows 2 hooded teenagers repeatedly kicking Margaret Wilson's door at 11 o'clock at night, attempting to damage the lock and enter the house to steal valuables. The loud noises woke Margaret Wilson, who, feeling frightened being alone, grabbed her...
I'm going to keep it real with you, Chad. They lucky she didn't shoot through the door. They lucky. Soon as the door would have got the rocking like that in, and I would have started letting shit go through the door. I'm just gonna be all the way honest with you, Chad. This is 2025 out here, man. I'm not playing that shit, and OG Margaret wasn't playing that shit either, man. Listen, they lucky that she let the door swing open and come off the hinges. Cause soon as some shit get to swaying in here, bro, boom, 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 I'm going through the door with. I don't give a damn what's on the other. We'll deal with that shit later. I promise we will deal with that shit later, man. All of this crazy shit. Then I got looking at the camera and shit, and you all hoodied up. I don't know who the hell you is. If I glance at that camera and I don't know who the hell you is, you out here, right? I'm coming through the door, bro. It's not even gonna be no waiting for the door to open, opening the door to see who it is. If I check this camera and some shit not looking right, bro, I'm firing all through that door. Call it what you want, man. We'll deal with that shit later.
Her revolver and stood behind the wall in the hallway. She yelled at the people outside, warning them to leave or she would shoot. However, it did not stop. Shortly after, the door was forced open, and in a panic, Margaret fired several shots. One teenager fell outside the door and died at the scene. The other teenager was taken to the hospital but died due to his injuries. According to investigators, the two teenagers were only 15 and 16 years old. Their family has filed a lawsuit against Margaret, emphasizing the young age and reckless behavior of the deceased, arguing that Margaret used unnecessary deadly force and demanding $1 million in damages.
Unnecessary deadly force? How? How? She didn't stand over him? Man, listen, Margaret could have walked outside and stood over him, man, and made sure everything was everything. I'm just gonna be all the way honest. Margaret could have. That might have been unnecessary force if Margaret would have stepped out on that porch and stood over him. Margaret didn't step out on that porch and stand over him from the video I've seen. I'm just gonna be honest. It looked like Margaret was in the hallway, got to letting that revolver go, and everybody got the single file lining up out that bad boy, man. It don't look like Margaret stood over him. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Let me pull this back, bro. It don't look like Margaret did anything wrong, man. Straight up.
An 85-year-old woman living alone shot and killed two teenagers who were attempting to break in her home late at night. Now, the deceased family is demanding $1 million in compensation. Surveillance footage shows two hooded teenagers repeatedly kicking Margaret Wilson's door at 11 o'clock at night, attempting to damage the lock and enter the house to steal valuables. The loud noises woke Margaret Wilson, who, feeling frightened being alone, grabbed her revolver and stood behind the wall in the hallway. She yelled at the people outside, warning them to leave or she would shoot. However, it did not stop. Shortly after, the door was forced open, and in a panic, Margaret fired several shots. One teenager fell outside the door and died at the scene. The other teenager was taken to the hospital but died due to his injuries. According to investigators, the two teenagers were only 15 and 16 years old. Their family has filed a lawsuit against Margaret.
Sad situation. Sad situation. 15 to 16 years old, man, making grown man choices. I'm just going to be all the way honest with you. 15 to 16 years old making grown man choices, Chad. I was one of those 15, 16-year-olds making grown man choices, but I weighed my options. I wasn't running in nobody's house trying to rob them. You know what I'm saying? I was doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? Joyriding and shit. You know, other shit. You know what I'm saying? Hustling. That was my shit that I did. I'm not going to lie to you. I was hustling, Chad. I wasn't running in nobody's house, kicking doors off the hinges, people home and shit. I had my fair share of trouble and the shit that I did, but I weighed my options. You know what I'm saying? This shit right here, Chad, it's a sad situation. Sad situation, but they made adult choices and got adult consequences. Honestly, I'm sorry. Prayers to the family, but that $1 million lawsuit is unfounded. That $1 million lawsuit has no backbone.
The young age and reckless behavior of the deceased, arguing that Margaret used unnecessary deadly force and demanding $1 million in damages. Margaret's lawyer countered that an elderly person living alone, encountering a violent break-in at night, could reasonably believe their life was in danger, constituting self-defense under the law. After reviewing the surveillance footage and evidence from the scene, the court ruled her actions as self-defense and dismissed the deceased family's claim in its entirety.
You said I got forced spam on my page asking if I want to take a 50-year mortgage, yes or no. I don't know what you mean forced spam. Y'all don't spam in here, man. Y'all don't spam in here. James, you said lock her up. Lock her up for what? Man, I'm going to tell you like this, James. Do you have a mom? You had one or you have one because you are here and you are alive. Now, if your mom lived by her damn self, man, your mom lived... I'm going to show y'all what my mama had, man. My mama had that fire and she had this right here. I can't show y'all no fire. So my mama had this bad boy right here. She had some fire, chat, and she had this bad boy right here, man. Listen, chat, You run up on my OG, bro, she was gonna put one of these in you. One of these in your chat. I'm just gonna be all the way. And this bad boy sharp too. I can cut through paper with it, man. And listen, man, she gonna get the one or the other, man. She get to this bad boy right here, or she get to that little what was it? She had a little 25, man. She get to that little 25, man, and this blade boy. Hey, OG was gonna put your ass up, man, all the way up, straight up. Now, you mean to tell me that your mom should go to jail for protecting herself, man? You want to lock her up for protecting? Man, she was in the bed sleep. Probably just got done watching her stories, man, in the bed sleep. And let's be all the way honest. Yes, they were teenagers, but she don't know that 3 masked men running her house, kicking her door. She's telling them to stop. They kicking her door and they running there. Man, listen, OG, I wouldn't have been mad if she reloaded, man. I'm just going to be all the way real. I wouldn't have been mad if she reloaded. Straight up. I wouldn't have been mad if she reloaded, man. Straight up, man. Let's move on, though. All right, Chad. What are we moving on to? All right, this lady right here. ICE is talking about they're finna start coming after the employers of the illegals, right? So ICE is talking about they're finna start coming after the employers of the illegals, and they're gonna start with these delivery and rideshare apps. This is a woman who was in a Lyft, and her Lyft driver, they couldn't really communicate. They didn't speak the same language, and her Lyft driver stopped the damn car on the train tracks, bro. So she's panicking, like, why the hell? Like, you could see the train light right there. You see that light right there, chat? That's a damn train. And the Lyft driver stopped the car with the back seat on the damn train tracks. She telling this woman, like, hey, back up, go forward, do something. We on the damn train tracks. And the woman cannot understand her. So they just going back and forth. I ain't gonna lie, chat. I ain't gonna lie. A Lyft, y'all ass gonna have to be held accountable. Whether I got hit by this train or not, I'm just gonna be honest, Lyft. Y'all gonna have to do something, bro. I need something, bro.
You gotta get off the tracks. You on the tracks. Go, back up and get off the tracks. You need to back up and get off the tracks. Back up. Back the roco. You on the tracks, girl. It's any second. Back up and get off the tracks. Oh, shit. No. Go this way. Go. Domino. Shit.
Hell nah, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. She understood that go though. Real talk. She understood go, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Chad. I would have been pretty upset.
Back up and get off the tracks. You need to back up. Back up and get off the tracks. Back up. Back the roco. You on the tracks, girl. Any second. Back up and get off the tracks. Oh, shit. No. Go this way. Go. Domino. Shit. Never.
She said never, like I ain't never getting back in this bad boy again. You said, why aren't they going after the corporations that hired them if they're connected with the law? Hell, at least them folks are working. That's what they're saying, Carpe Diem. Welcome back, Carpe Diem. I haven't seen you in a minute. They are supposed to be going after the corporations now. I believe coming into the new year, ICE is still going to be out there doing their things, but they're supposed to be targeting the corporations. I know they for sure they said they have DoorDash on the list, and I believe the ride sharing apps as well. DoorDash and the ride sharing apps, y'all ass on the clock is what they're saying. I don't know, chat. I don't know. So let's break it down. They're saying they put out the numbers. They're saying they deported around 300,000 people. I think I seen Christy Nome get up there and say like 2 or 3 million. Not 2 or 3 million. 1 or 2 million have self-deported. I know they ran the Christmas special. If you self-deport, instead of $1,000, they'll give you $3,000. So if we take their numbers seriously, it's somewhere between 1 and 2 I ain't gonna lie, because they said 1 million self-deported. We don't know. 300,000 they've deported. So we can go, the numbers would be between 300,000 and about 2.3 million that have been deported. Y'all give me y'all best guesstimate. Since we don't have solid numbers, they're saying 300,000 have been deported and anywhere between 1 and 2 million have self-deported. How many people do y'all think have really been deported? Honestly. I don't know. All right, man. This is Clavacular. The kid that ran over the guy in the Tesla truck the other day. He ran over the guy in the Tesla truck. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like he ran over him so hard the truck went like boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them. It wasn't like he just hit him, boom, knocked him to the side. Nah, like he went under the truck because the truck went ooh, ooh. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow. And then he got all scared, you know. But this is him. I don't know who he's sitting down with, but he's talking about the 2028 election, J.D. Vance and Gavin Newsom, and he's saying J.D. Vance has no business being president because he's short, fat, and sloppy, and Gavin Newsom is tall and a Chad. So we're gonna listen to
against J.D. Vance because it's up this next.
I'm just gonna keep it all the way real, bro. This is where we have come in politics to. We're gonna determine who leads our damn country by about how tall they are and how they damn look, bro. This is where we're at in America, bro. I'm just gonna be all the way on.
Election cycle, who's gonna win? It's gonna be Gavin Newsom against J.D. Vance because J.D. Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mugs.
J.D. Vance is subhuman?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
He's got a very short total facial width to height ratio. He's obese. Very recessed side profile, whereas Newsom is like 6'3" Chad.
So JD's very tall. JD's got to be.
Well, still, I mean,
6'3".
Gavin Newsom obviously mogs him to death.
So you're a Newsom head. You prefer Newsom to the vice president.
I'm just telling you who's going to win.
For him, though?
Honestly, it's hard to say, but Newsom being that much more of a mogger. And, like, having a president who's, like, fat, and especially that young.
You think I don't think he's fat.
I would say
he's a bigger guy, for sure.
It's just, like, it's just embarrassing. Like, how are you fat and you expect to, like, lead a country? You can't even be in shape.
Anonymous, you said you got 2 houses and 2 ranches already. You got over there on that damn ranch, Anonymous. I'm going to have to come over there, man, holler at you. What you got over there on that damn ranch, man? Got over there on that ranch, man. You got some horses, man. I've never had a ranch. I've had a few gardens, you know what I'm saying? I got some land and shit, but I've never had a ranch. See, my pops had cows. You know, my pops had like a little farm style thing, you know. This is after I've been grown though, Chad. I didn't grow up on a farm, but like after I got grown, my pops, you know, and his wife, they ended up having like a farm situation. They had like 2 or 3 cows out there. I helped them clear out the pond. We cleared out the pond. He stocked the pond. They had chickens, dogs, and shit, little firing range. But I never really grew up on a ranch. I'm gonna have to come check your shit out, man. My pops had he still got it actually, but they sold the cows though.
So let's say you got a vote. 2028.
I'm voting for Gavin Newsom.
You're voting for Gavin Newsom.
You can't be that subhuman.
So hold on. You got. All right. Well, this actually is up a thread with the whole conversation because you look at these 2 candidates. You have Gavin Newsom, worst governor in the country. I think we would all agree. Destroyed his state, let its main city burn to the ground because of his incompetence. Is a personal, complete derelict, liar, degenerate. But he is good looking. I'll grant you that he's good looking. Yep. And it kind of looks like Patrick Bateman, American Psycho. Hey. And then you have this vice president to president.
So I'm not gonna lie. We think that this Trump and Kamala Harris election was ugly and like slandering, bruh. 2028, a J.D. Vance, Gavin Newsom presidential, it's gonna get ugly. Talking about Gavin Newsom banging his campaign manager's wife. Talking about J.D. Vance changing his name a few times and shit. It's finna get ugly, man. We're coming out of nowhere, just popping up, and now you're damn vice president, and you got Gavin Newsom. It's like, dude, you had damn near $1 trillion in your hand, and we haven't seen shit from it. Damn near $1 trillion, and we ain't seen shit. You know, it's gonna be crazy, bro.
Trump, the transformative right-wing president in our lifetimes. Who do you support Trump or no? Okay. So you got this vice president handpicked by Trump, who is extremely intelligent, very right wing. I think he's a pretty good looking guy. I don't know, maybe I guess you disagree. But he's all these things, checks all these boxes, would have all these great policies. And regardless, you're going to pick the pro-mass migrant, pro-trans, pro-murder the babies, pro-burn the cities to the ground, pro-BLM Democrat because he's skinnier than the conservative vice president.
100 times over. J.D. Vance, would he be a better candidate and probably closer to me in terms of policy than Gavin Newsom? Yes, but he's just not going to be good enough to be deserving. I think the right has kind of let down the voters for the longest time, so I think
So I get what this kid's doing. He's staying on brand. His brand is like black pill. You know, it's not really red pill. It's not really, you know, his brand is like, look, dude, looks maxing. You need to look. You're not going to be, everybody's not meant to be rich, but everybody can do something to make themselves look a little bit better, be a little more attractive. So he's pro-surgery. Like, he's with going get the rods put in your legs to make you look taller. He's with, you know, taking steroids to, you know, get muscled up faster. He's with all of that shit. So now I kind of see why he's going with the Gavin Newsom, because it's like, I guess I get it. I get why he's doing it. It's on brand for him.
I don't really think that right-wingers should just give support to these jesters who continue to under-deliver on their promises. You know, just let the Democrats win. That's kind of what I'm talking about in terms of just like why I don't support Vance as a voter. But
so you're saying no, they shouldn't vote for any Republican?
I'm going to be honest with you, Papa Squirrel. He's not really a trend chaser. If we going to be honest here, Clavacula is really a trendsetter, because everybody was hollering red pill was dying, red pill was dying. Everybody was, you know, the debate space with the men, women, it was, you know, slowing down a little bit. It's not like where it was. Clavacula came in, I guess he's like 19 kid or whatever, and he took a spin on it, and it's not red pill, but it's close enough. You know what I'm saying? It's not red pill, but it's close enough to where the red pill people can dibble and dabble, but they can still be like, I'm not red pill. You know what I'm saying? He started his own lane. Even it was there, but he took it to another level. Like, we as men, we've always been, you get what you got, man. You get what you got. You might go get a shape up, you might go get a shave or whatever, but whatever the Lord gave you, my guy, that's what the fuck you got, man. Now we're in a new age, you know. He's one of those kids that are quote unquote trend setting for surgeries. He's making it normal for men to go get quote unquote BBLs, like getting their abs done. You know, he's making it where men go get the skin took off of their stomachs so their abs can show. He's cool with that. He's making it normal. He's with men getting rods put in their legs to make them go from 5'5" to 6'3" or 6'4". He's with that shit. He's with, you know, just getting your if your jawline's not pronounced enough, you know, getting your jaw broke or whatever and reconstructing. Now he's with all of that for men, and he's found the lane there for men. And he's not just talking, he's walking this shit. Like, he's getting these surgeries too. Like, he's taking these steroids too. Like, everything that he's pretty much saying, hey, look, we're looks maxing you. One thing you can do is make yourself look a little bit better, man. And he's doing all, like, he's been taking steroids since he was young as hell. Allegedly, he's been juicing, and now he's getting all of these surgeries and shit now that he's old enough. It's crazy. I wouldn't say he's a follower. I would say, shit, he's probably leading this shit. It's crazy.
Republican. The right wingers should not vote for the Republican.
Not until the right actually wants to do the things that they are promising.
No, I don't have a cat. That's the squeaky ass chair I got. This is a real chair. Y'all see my setup back there. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple little books over there, you know what I'm saying? Trading in sync with commodities, you know, toxic relief. I got the handyman do-it-yourself set. I got some thesauruses and shit. But this is a chair though, man. This chair right here is pretty sweet. See, I got a regular computer chair over here, but I thought this office chair just looked a little bit better. It kind of, you know what I'm saying? It just, look, y'all can't really see it. Hold on. I thought this office chair just looked a little better. This is why, this is the chair though. This is what y'all hear. When I sit in this chair chat, y'all know I'm like 200, right? So I'm putting a little weight in this chair. I'm not light in the ass like that. I might look a little light in the ass over here, chat, but I'm really, you know what I'm saying, 215 felt a little too big on me. Like when I was 215, I felt, you know what I'm saying, I just felt a little too heavy. So I cut down to like 205, and I feel good at 205, but like, put this shit in the damn chair, bro. That's what y'all hear.
So is there a candidate you would
Thank you,
prefer?
Najee.
I assume you don't actually want to vote for Newsom. Maybe you do. Maybe you are a Democrat. No. Okay. So then who's a right winger you want to vote for? Or maybe there isn't one.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay, you said, are people taking him seriously? Let me put the camera back up. My bad. Damn, I had the camera all fucked up. You said, are people taking him seriously? Hell yeah, people taking him seriously. Hell yeah. People are going to get surgeries. People are signing up for surgeries. People are taking his courses and coaching skills and shit. You have to realize that there is a market for everything, Jay. And this man is giving the hopeless hope. You feel me? This man is giving the hopeless hope because I haven't really had problems with the women in my life, Chad. I haven't, but I've witnessed it. I've witnessed people having problems with women in their life. And this man is selling a solution. Like, hey, look, man, take all of the feelings out of it. Take all of that shit out of it, man. Just go sit down on that fucking table and let them put some rods in your legs. Just go sit down on that table and let them snip the fat off of your abs. Just go sit down on that table and let them break your jaw and nose, and you'll come back looking Chad-like. That's what they call them, Chads. Like, Chad is the ultimate top tier guy for them. You know what I'm saying? And they are willing to do whatever to become a Chad. And he is selling them that sauce at a premium, bro. Telling you, bro. Yes, people are taking him seriously, and yes, people are spending a lot of money too.
There really isn't one. That's
Doomer, isn't it? So now you're saying if you're a real hardcore Giga Chad right winger, you should let the Democrats rape your country.
Kind of have to. Like, that's the accelerationist mentality. Because, like, look, what is the right going to do other than just like a small win here and like, you know, maybe you overturn Roe v. Wade on like a federal level, but abortion is still allowed.
See, now listen, this is where we go back to what we was talking about months ago. Accelerationist. He's not only is he doing this shit, he's a true accelerationist. When we talk about accelerationist, people want to burn the system to the ground so they can rebuild it anew, and the quote unquote bigger, stronger, faster is gonna win. That's the same shit that he's on. He's just a walking testament of accelerationism. When we talk about burning shit to the ground to rebuild it anew, that's what the fuck he's doing, bro. Like, he'll snap his fucking legs in half, put some rods in them to be taller. You know what I'm saying? He'll bend over and put a needle this long in his ass cheek to get some muscles faster. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's accelerationism. That's accelerationism for sure, for sure.
Like state to state, so it's like it really doesn't do anything. It's like if these people are just gonna like continue.
Maybe you deport 2 million people. Maybe
okay, but there's still 28 million more, right? So until these people like actually want to make changes that matter, right?
I think 2 million people matters. I think
does it in a country of how many people? Like, what are we?
330 million or so.
Exactly. So it's like this is we're not really making any progress here. So for the RNC to just demand voters to continue to show up for what? Really, it's just that's the cope, right? That's what I'm simply advocating for. Until like the policies change and like the rhetoric is a little better.
How would the policies change? This is what I'm confused about. Is had a Democrat won, it just used this past year. Had a Democrat won, it just used this past year. Had a Democrat won, we would get, just judging by Biden's policies, who was Biden's vice president who's running, you would add 3 million illegal aliens to the country. Mm-hmm. Because Trump won, not only do you not add 3 million, you lose 2 million. So now you have a net change of 5 million potential foreigners who would be in the United States over the course of 1 year. And you're saying, yeah, it's not good enough. Sorry, Brett.
It's not. It really is not good enough.
So what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm realizing that society is going one direction, and I'm trying to improve myself as much as possible so that I can succeed financially, so that I can improve my status and improve my quality of life.
But what's very interesting about it is by saying, look, not only am I apathetic, I want the Democrats to win. Because they're going to be bad. Because they're going to screw up the country. And then we'll have a revolution, it'll be good again.
Right.
What's interesting about that to me is it reflects something quite real and I think quite understandable, which is the alienation, especially among young men, especially among young right-wing men, from the country that at a very high levels in popular media and government has told that group of people that they suck for like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
That I totally resonate with. How widespread do you think that alienation is?
That the reason that I have the success I do is because it's almost in every kid my age who in the same demographic is people are tired of, being banned on social media. People are tired of
being called toxic.
Right.
Bro, you just ran a kid over and asked was he dead and said hopefully, and you talking about you tired of being banned?
The government not advocating for them whatsoever. So I would say that it's probably more common than not.
That shit crazy, man. I can't believe he should have left being banned out of that. I'm not gonna lie, Jay. He should have left the band shit alone. Like, dude, you just ran a kid over on stream. I'm talking about in a Tesla truck, bro. These things are big. Like, boom, boom. You ran them over like crunch, body crunch. Helicopters, police probably got mid-flighted out of there, man. You asked was he dead and then said hopefully. And you talking about being banned? Shit is crazy, man. They should have booted your ass for that shit. I ain't even mad that you got banned for that. Alright, man, this Cenat, man. They saying young boy been taking his girl down, man. Cenat was crying.
Just fire something out, bro. There's another guy in the picture, bro. I got the meanest headache, bro. Like, oh my god. Just fire something out, bro. There's another guy in the picture, bro. I got the meanest headache, bro. Like, oh my god.
Listen, Chad, I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. Men in the chat, man. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. At no point ever, under any circumstance ever, do this shit right here. Never. Never, never. I don't give a damn how upset you are, how much of a knife she just put in your damn back. Never do this shit here. You will never be taken seriously, bro. Like, what? Listen, man, if you feel like that and you laid out crying, my guy, do that shit. Do that shit. Call your homeboy or your cousin. Don't press record. Just put the phone somewhere the fuck else, man. Cause this shit right here will live forever, man. Forever. And now YB running around here with 12 baby mamas, man. Just got a pardon from Trump. Made 75 million on tour, man. You just got 1 million damn Twitch subscribers, breaking all kind of records and shit, talking about you watching anime. And now YB is running around here not even caring, bro. He's probably treating your woman like a pass around, bro. No, man, he got a baby by Floyd daughter, man. He's treating it's the morning show. I can't even cuss like he's treating your girl like a pass around, bro. She probably can't even stay the night over there, man. You want her crying like this? Crazy, bro. Now, is it the investment? Are you crying because you're genuinely hurt? Or are you thinking about that chicken you done spent, them Birkin bags and the cars and the 5-star meals and hotels and shit? I don't know, bro. Whatever the situation is, this shit right here is unacceptable.
Just fire something out, bro. There's another guy in the picture, bro. I got the meanest headache.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Unacceptable, bro. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with you. Talking about you got that meanest headache, take a aspirin, bro. Go get a Tylenol, man. Maybe if you would have chewed that Tylenol a bit down, you would have had some damn chalk in your throat or something, and you couldn't have got on here and made this bullshit video. I'm disappointed in you, Kai. I'm sorry, man. We've all been hurt before, bro. We've all had some shit not go our way, Kai. But this shit right here, man, is crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. Damn.
Bro, like, oh my God. Just fire something out, bro. There's another guy in the picture, bro. I got the meanest headache, bro. Like,
oh my God, Kai, brother. Now everybody knows where to hurt you, Kai. Everybody knows how to hit you where it hurts. From here on out for the rest of your life, bro. For the rest of your life, everybody knows how to hit you where it hurts. Ain't none of your women will ever be safe, Kai. From here on out. You thought it was tough. You thought it was tough before. Niggas trying to get at your women. None of your women will ever be safe now, Kai. People know that this is where it hurts you. People know that they can get this kind of reaction out of you, man. Your women will never be safe, bro. I'm talking about NBA players. I'm talking about NFL players. I'm talking about, I might try, bro. I might try, Kai. If this is what's going on, man, come on, Kai. You can't do this shit here.
just fire something out, bro. There's another guy in the picture, bro. I got the meanest headache, bro. Like, oh my God. Just fire something out, bro.
Alright, bro.
There's another guy in the picture, bro. I got the meanest headache, bro. Like,
man, let's see what her mama said. Man, there's some more clips to this shit, bro. Oh my God, I didn't know it was that bad, bro. I didn't know he was crying like that, bro. Like, and it's YB, bro. Like, you can't even take her back because it's YB, bro. It's like, it's not even like if it was somebody else, bro. Like, if it was just a regular, you know what I'm saying, somebody who's a nobody or something, bro. Like, it might have been different. But now this YB, bro, you can't even take her back, bro. She's done. What you crying for? It's over with. This the kind of response to shit is where you think it's still some fucking hope. She done went to YB, bro. She 4K right now. It's over with, bro. She 4K right now, bro. What's going on, man? She with Lil Top over there, man. Got like 13 kids, man. It's so, she got like, she's on a clock right now. She got like 32 days before she has one in the oven. It's over with. It's over with, man. New baby, probably what? It's December right now, about September next year, man. She gonna be popping one out, dude. You know YB not bullshit, man. The clock is on, Kai. I'm just gonna be real with you. You this hurt right now. I hate to see you at the maternity shoot, man, because you know YB not playing that shit, man. YB putting them out there, man. He putting them out there, man. YB's having kid at the kid, man. YB not bullshit, man. He got a pardon from Trump. He done went on tour, made $75 million. He finna go on another tour, man. It's over with, bro. I'm just gonna keep it real, Kai. It's crazy.
It's easier for me to just get through life. Now, it's easier for me to just get through life alone. I'm just gonna get you a new purse. I'm just gonna get you a new this. I'm just gonna get you a new that. And it's like, yeah, like, that stuff would be cool because it's like, okay, now, like, I got it. But it's like, no, I just really wanted somebody that was there to just listen.
You are lying. You didn't want... Oh, my God, bruh. Academics put it out there that you was knocking down YB. AK told the streets what was going on, man. AK told the streets, and now you talking about you just better off by yourself, and you want somebody that can listen and shit, man. YB ain't trying to hear that shit. Man, I know YB not trying to hear that shit, man. He got too much going on to be trying to... Man, you want the fuck, man. Let's just be all the way honest, man. You want to do, man. You wanted to do the dude, man. YB came through. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you went. You just went. Now you trying to clean the shit up about, oh, he was buying me this, buying me that. He wouldn't listen and this and that. Man, listen, man. This man is working. He's working. Whether you take his work seriously or not, he's working, man. On stream, off stream, getting to that chick. He was just live for 30 days straight, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. It's just she's talking about the bags, the trips. Nothing was enough. You wanted some damn attention. You wanted some attention from somebody that you knew you wasn't gonna get no attention from when you got with him. Because of his job. You knew you weren't going to get no attention when you got with this man. Now you leaving him for lack of attention. And you talking about you want to go get some of it. Well, I don't think you going to get it over there. I don't think Lil Top got nothing for you, man. But a baby, man. Straight up. Lil Top going to put one in and it's going to be over. Let's see what her mama said, man. Her mama came out and spoke about it, too. Where the hell is it at, man? This shit is crazy. They got Kai laid out like they crying, man. I ain't gonna lie, Kai. That shit is wild, bro. That shit is wild, bro. Man.
Tripping, acting white. I sent Gabrielle to her dad. She tripping, acting wild, disobedient. And Gabrielle, you know you don't want me to post the stuff you was doing, and I won't. And I won't. But if I did, Mr. Cenat, you will know, baby. The woman that you in love with, that's me. That's me shining through her. And by the grace of God, I thank that.
It's crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. She could have chose a lot better words right there, bro. It's like she's shooting a shot, bro. I don't care what y'all say, bro. She's shooting her shot, man. She's shooting a damn shot out there. The woman that you see, the woman that you, what did she say, man? That's me. That's me shining through her. What?
Cenat, you will know, baby. The woman that you in love with, that's me.
The woman that you in love with, that's me. Crazy, bro. Watch her, man. Watch that woman right there, man. I'm just gonna be all the way honest with you, bro. I'm just gonna be all the way honest with you, bro. A child breaking up with their significant other, and a parent saying the person that you was really in love with is me, is wild, bro. Wild, bro. With no dignity, man. No dignity, bro. Like, who raised these people, man? Damn. The money make everything better, I guess, bro. Motherfuckers do some crazy shit for money, man. Y'all see how she just came at that, man? Threw her daughter on the bus, bigged herself up, and took a shot at that man. Like, the woman that you fell in love with, that's me, baby. That's me. It's shining. I don't care how she try to clean it up. Like, oh, I raised her right. You shouldn't have said it, man. You should. Where's your dignity, lady? This shit is crazy, man. What?
You know you don't want me to post the stuff you was doing, and I won't. And I won't. But if I did, Mr. Cenat, you will know, baby. The woman that you in love with, disobedient. And Gabrielle, you know you don't want me to post the stuff you was doing, and I won't. And I won't. But if I did, Mr. Cenat, you will know, baby. The woman that you in love with, that's me. That's me shining through her. And by the grace of God, I thank that. But Gabrielle was tripping. Her dad was enabling her. Her dad literally went to the courts and lied on me and said I abandoned my child. When my whole text thread is, where's my kid? Where's my kid? And I'm thinking, oh my God, I gotta fight with this man who don't even show up. And when you show up, all you do is bring chaos and drama. And she's at this critical age. And all I'm doing is fight for her to save her. And I did. This man went to the courts, lied and said he served me. And said,
that's what it is, bro. I would tell y'all to play, man. This is my opinion. I know how y'all like to clip my shit up, man, and put it over there. I ain't gonna say the platform, but I be seeing y'all. This my opinion. I don't know these people. It look like she throwing that ass out there like, look, Kai, I know you upset right now. She did a big one. She did her fucking big one on you. She went and well, YB, bro. Straight up, she's gone. She went well, YB. It's over with. She's throwing it out there like, hey, you might want to come over here. You know what I'm saying? And if you fall into that trap, man, if you go over there and clap them buns of your ex-girlfriend's mom, she gonna blackmail you. She gonna blackmail you. Don't do it, Kai. Do not fall for it. She's gonna blackmail you. She gonna have all your damn brand sponsorships and dealings on edge, man. She gonna tell you that if you don't cut her the damn check, she's gonna make sure all your brand deals go to shit. Don't do it, Kai. Don't do it, Kai. Just stay offline. You shouldn't posted that crying video. Do not do it. I know you want to get some get back. It's YB, bro. It's YB, man. YB got you, bitch. But you can't do it, man. Not this way, bro. Resist temptation, Kai. Because if you go over there and you clap them cheeks of her mom, bro, you lost everything, bro. It's gone. It's gone. She's gonna blackmail you, dude. It's gone. It's gone. All the little innocence and all of that shit's gone. You will never recover from fucking your ex-girlfriend's mom. Not in the lane that you're in. Not in that family-friendly virgin shit. You will never recover, dude. Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Then I abandoned my child because he didn't want to take his ass up the road. 35 minutes now. The border from Houston, from Louisiana to Houston, where we from. It's the courthouse about a good 45 minutes away. No, he went right there to the courts in Louisiana and filed a motion on me for custody and said that I abandoned her when I'm waiting on her. No. I told her. I told her.
No, I don't think there's no content, man. I think YB had intercourse with his girl, bro, and DJ Academics put it out there. So now you got 3 of the biggest people in that space over there, the hip hop streamer industry space involved. You got Cenat, the world's biggest streamer. You got YoungBoy, the world's biggest rapper right now, if we're talking about just rap. And you got Academics, the voice to all of this shit when it comes to the blogging, man. I think YB just did what YB do, man. It is, and she went. He was probably on stream during that 30-day subathon, man. Ran up all that money. Cenat probably made 40, 50 million during that subathon, man. From brand deals, sponsorships, and just, he probably made 40, 50 million from that subathon, man. So the money's not an issue. I don't think it's content. I think they're trying to come in. Kai turned down that Nike deal for $500 billion, and it just is what it is, man. YB wanted to do his thing, man, and now the machine's against Kai. It's like, shit, you look bad, boy. You look bad. You're crying and shit, man. I'm gonna talk about it because your ass crying on camera. If you wouldn't have cried on camera, I probably wouldn't have covered this story. I'm just gonna be all the way real with you. I think that that's just what happened. If it would have been somebody else, like say it would have been a member of AMP or Clover Boys or something, if it would have been one of those guys that was fucking Kai girl, it wouldn't have never came out. It would have never came out. It would have been quiet. But because it's YB, it's a problem, bro. You can't go back.
Wait, give me that phone because the shit you posting on the internet is insane. You ever know if you can't say a mama ain't love you when she ain't never give up on you. She fought for you. If I would have left her in Lake Charles, Louisiana, I guarantee you right now, she'd be somewhere pregnant for a bum. Because that's exactly what she was going to do.
Nah, his career is far from over. But if he goes and if he bites this bone and goes and has sex with this girl's mom, his career is done. It's done. I'm warning him, as you know. I know you've been in the content game a long time, but just on some big bruh shit, Kai, on some big bruh shit, pass on it, bro. She throwing that ass at you. She gonna be trying you. She know you emotional right now because you just posted yourself crying and shit. She's saying that the woman that you really in love with is her. Shit like that, man. It might be real tempting right now, Kai. You are only a human. You only a man. I'm telling you to say no, bro. Just be done with the whole family. Block her mama, block her family, them. Fuck all of that. Don't even look over none of that, man. Just move on. It is what it is. Fuck.
Broken heart. Because I couldn't believe she was abandoning me. And she was leaving me because I wanted better for her. Anyway, I flew to Houston, got a car, went to Lake Charles, complete in the blind. Because I've never been served, so I really don't know what's going on. Her dad is telling me it's too late. Still never told me he went to the courts. So I had to get an attorney. The attorney had to find out what's going on. I've hired me an attorney within Less than 72 hours later, I had custody back. Her. Gabrielle was... That's just one story. When you sit around and say that your mama you never felt love, you have spread me thin. You have worn me out in ways that... I tell my younger kids that, my little two, I tell them, mama ain't got it in her no more. If you want to cut up, you want to rest, you want to dance, there's the door. I'm not fighting. I'm not doing it no more. I'm sorry. But this kid sit around and say she wasn't in love. Didn't feel love. Y'all, that was the most trying year of my life. That's crazy. I go through so much shit. I don't get on this app and look for sympathy. I don't get... This shit is just crazy. This shit is just crazy to me, y'all. Like, it's heartbreaking. Y'all don't even really see me on the internet. I don't get on here. I get on here every day and ask for sympathy, beg for sympathy, tell y'all my problems and all that. And I don't give a... Listen, Lord, forgive me. I don't give a... I wake up every day and handle my business.
All right, chat. So here go Academics, man. He cleaning this shit up. Academics is saying that a fake page... Academics is saying the fake page made a rumor saying that he said Cenat was that Kai's girl was cheating on him with YoungBoy. Academics is saying he never said that. Everybody's just running with it, and now they broke up for no reason.
Him with NBA YoungBoy, DJ Academics, on his live stream. Now, y'all want to know the truth about this? Because I got all the details. 4K proof. Now let me stop. I got 4K proof. Here's the thing, chat. This is not true. And
that's why you gotta quit bringing these women on camera, bro. I'm just gonna be all the way honest with you, Chad. I would never be public with any relationship that I get in. I'm just gonna be all the way honest with you. So if you looking for some Christmas pictures or some damn Valentine shit from Plug and whoever else, man, you're not gonna see it. If you're looking for some pictures of Plug and his children out here you're not gonna see it, man. Y'all come here to holler at me, I come here to holler at y'all, man. That's how the shit gonna stay, man. I'm not with all that extra shit. Get out my damn business. I ain't in y'all's, man.
Bro, I just want to tell y'all this, man. I know all y'all be loving Kai and whatever, and this is why I realized, like, me and Kai, we've talked, not recently, but we've talked multiple times, just offline and shit like that. Man, when y'all love a nigga, I be just attacking other motherfuckers no matter what. Bro, how I get caught up in the group chat? This is the first thing, and this is when I realized, I keep telling y'all this one thing I always say, it's better to be liked than to be right. Bro, how y'all read a headline that says, "Makes reported"?
No, it's not about posting your woman and the cheating correlating with it. It's about the celebrity and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's about this. Like, look, man, if you got a woman and she already got her own motion, yeah, she got her own motion. But women get caught up in that celebrity shit too. They think because you popping, they should be popping. You know what I'm saying? They think because people come to support you, people should be there to support them. And that's just not how the shit works. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, man. That's just not how the shit works.
That Cenat's girlfriend Gigi is cheating on him with YoungBoy. And I said it on a live stream that I stream to 15,000 people every night. 15,000 people. And there's not one video clip of me saying this. And people are running with it. Yo, Axe said this. Bro, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop this, man. Stop. Bro, I look at my DM. It's all the wide linebackers, all the big back chicks from Shade Room. They're threatening to kill me. Yo, Kai, you gotta put a statement out, gang. Please. Cenat, you gotta realize you're such a big deal now that I love you so much they attack everybody on behalf of you. Nigga, I got all the wide back heifers, the scallywags, the bitches who are plate cleaners, the single bitter baby.
All right, chat. I'm finna keep myself honest right here, right? Y'all know how I just said y'all will never see me in no relationship publicly and like just bringing it all on the YouTube shit like that. If I do that shit, just know that it's for the bag, man. It call me out on that shit, man. If y'all see me acting frolicking around this motherfucker, posting about my relationship and all this shit, man, just know it's for the engagement, man. Call me out and be like, damn, plug, you done went crazy, man. You out here trying to get some damn likes, comments, and shares and shit off your relationship, man. It must have, you know what I mean? Call me out on that shit, man. Call me out on that, because that's what half these relationships be anyway, engagement for them, and call me out on that shit.
Mamas, the chicks with 5 niggas, but nobody want to wife them. I got all the Shade Room audience in my DM. You know what they saying? Up our favorite couple, bro. They talking about Kash and this girl like they're Barack and Michelle. I broke it up. I fucked it up. Here's the thing. Newsflash. Scuba Ryan, MXTV, everybody else who are Clippers throughout the world, please post this. MX never said this. This is not true. The 6ix9ine quote on this. Y'all gonna skip this part. Because I'm owed an apology. I got 10,000 big back bitches in my goddamn DMs who were just accusing me of ruining black love. I ain't say this shit. Hey! Made this up. This is, I don't know what page this is. They just created this. They do this from time to time. They know I'm the news guy. TMZ in certain circles. So they're going to say, this is the source. By the way, the people also playing with my reputation. Academics don't lie about a motherfucking thing. Because if I said that, I would stand on it. And if y'all question me, I'll show proof. But I ain't said that shit because I don't know what the fuck going on. Now, ever since then, I've tried to do some due diligence. But it's not for me to speak on, and I don't give a fuck. I'm just here to clear my name. So please, I just want y'all to print this and post this. Please, whoever who accused academics of trying to ruin in Black Barack and Michelle Obama, Kai Cenat and Gigi, please just apologize to me because I did not say nothing about their relationship.
My bad, AK, because I sure just got on here and told my chat that you broke the story and everything, man. I ran with that damn lie, too. My bad, AK.
In terms of that, she's cheating on him with NBA YoungBoy. I did not say that she has participated in infidelity. I have not commented. The only time I spoke about that woman in particular, I spoke about her when her mother infused herself in a conversation that involved him. And I said, this is not good. The mom is trying to do a lot. And I talked about that, but I never said nothing of the sort. So please keep me out that group chat.
Now he's saying keep him out the group chat. That's crazy. All right, chat. We finna move on, man. We finna move on. Let me see what else we got to cover, man. All right, we'll watch this right here. This is the ladies, man. She owned a damn wig shop, man, and they came in here and pepper sprayed her ass. They pepper sprayed her and stole some wigs, man, for the 30-inch bust downs, man. They pepper sprayed her for the 30-inch bust downs, man. This shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit is crazy, man. About that Christmas hair, bro. Motherfuckers do anything about that Christmas hair. Damn. Look, Chad. They at the counter showing her the wigs and shit, man. They at the counter showing her the wigs. Now watch her hit her with the pepper spray. Boom.
What happened? No, don't chase him. Don't chase him.
ain't even have a damn business, man. Buy some wigs, man. Them wigs was probably buy one, get two free, too, man. Them probably wasn't needing no custom wigs and shit, man. You know them custom wigs be about 5, 6. Man, them wigs right there was probably buy one, get two free, man. And they done pepper sprayed their ass about them wigs, man. Can't have shit, man. Damn, you can't have shit out here, bro. And nothing, man. Chat, double tap the screen, shut the live out. We 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. Is everybody sleeping here, man? Press 1 if y'all in here. Press 2, press something. 5, 8, 9. The hell are y'all doing, man? I know it's early. It's damn near 7. Y'all should be up by now. Like, come on now. What's going on? Are we here or are we not here? The hell is going on, man? Shit is crazy. It's crazy, man. Oh, yeah, where's that video of Alex Jones? Alex Jones was coming at Candace Owens pretty hard. Let me see if I can find this shit, man. Let me see if I can find Alex Jones. Let me see. Where this motherfucker at? Alright, so Laura Luma came out and said that she don't want to put the battery in Alex Jones' backs to start basically coming at Candace Owens and talking crazy. Alex Jones cleared that up and was like, Laura Luma has nothing to do with this. We didn't even talk about Candace Owens. We talked about Tucker Carlson. Well, Alex Jones is back coming at Candace Owens pretty hard, calling her a damn lie, man. So let's see what's going on.
She started putting out all these incredible allegations about Egyptian planes and this latest so-called witness and whistleblower, Mitch Snow. I went and investigated because if it was true, this is incredible. And I've been investigating. I think there's some type of cover-up going on with what happened with Charlie Kirk. And we have real intel and real information. We've already broken about that with Kash Patel that I covered.
What's up, Asha?
September 16th in a White House meeting with the vice president and with others, Tulsi Gabbard, saying he didn't want to look at any foreign involvement. He didn't want to look at accomplices domestically. And a month after I broke that, it came out and was confirmed. So I'm not saying don't investigate. I went and investigated this stuff. And the planes were discredited, but that could have been an honest mistake. This, though, is insane. Fort Huachuca.
This guy, Mitch, it was very compelling, said that he saw Brian Harpole leaving this meeting at Fort Huachuca on September 9th. I wanted to give him the platform after I verified where he was to tell his story, but he also had to include the part where he claims that he saw Erica Kirk the night before, also on Fort Huachuca at Candlewood Inn and Suites, okay?
So a week and a half ago, I go, Candace, I care about you. We've already looked at this. This guy's bad news. None of this adds up. Did you check for people's alibis?
What's up, Johnny boy?
Think about this. And she and her surrogates and minions came after me. And I said, okay, well, I'll just continue to investigate.
Genuinely, I thought it was at like 50-50. Until tonight, where all of a sudden there were all these attacks regarding Fort Huachuca. We didn't really know where they were coming from. You got people calling me insane. Alex Jones jumps into the fray. I'm like, what is happening right now? Why does Fort Huachuca have so many people triggered?
Now even more has come out about Mitch Snow. And she did a video last night praising him, how accurate he is. But she also says, but I never, said the military was involved. I never said TPUSA was involved. Though we have all these compilations of her clearly saying that. And we're supposed to forget the past things she puts out. And then she moves on to the new stories that are even more insane. And that's what I'm going to break down right now. The latest stuff she put out last night, where she has moved the goalpost 4 or 5 times in insane directions and built this straw man that TPUSA responding and putting out an alibi for Erica Kirk and where she was on the 9th is desperation by them. You're the one that met 2 weeks ago in Tennessee with her and said it looked like everything was okay. And then days later, you interview Mitch Snow and double down. He's saying Erica Kirk is at Fort Huachuca. And then they put out their alibi, and you don't even deny that it's an alibi. You say it's a sign of desperation. So we're about to lay it all out right now. These are the facts. So we're about to get into.
All right, I don't know who that YouTuber was that put out those messages from Andrew Covett where it said don't share, and he was on live, and matter of fact, we'll watch that right quick. It's like a quick minute clip. We'll pull this Alex Jones shit back up. Hold on, I want y'all to see that, because everybody, not everybody, but Candace and a lot of other creators are saying they don't know who this guy is, and why is Andrew Covett sending this information to this guy to clear Erica's name. Basically saying, it said don't share. You know what I'm saying? So this is what Candace responded to, and then Alex is responding to Candace on this.
Here's what I'm going to do real quick. I want to share with you what I just got. I think it's really important, which is exculpatory, proves that Erica wasn't there. Prior to this, I sent Andrew Covett a message. It was like, hey, do you have any proof that Erica...
So I don't know who this guy is. Who is that? Dangerously something. And then who is that? I thought that was JD Delay, but that don't look like JD Delay down there. I don't know. But long story short, they're saying that they don't know who these people are. So if true and they really don't know who these people are, and these are kind of like micro influencers and shit, then these are the type of exclusives and drops that will blow them up, you know what I'm saying, make it to where their voice matters a little bit more. Insiders, you know what I'm saying, insiders have a quicker path. Like, I wasn't an insider, so for us to grab this 40-something K right there, we had to grind it out, you know what I'm saying. We went live every single day, or damn near every single day, for like, we coming up on 2 years now. We about 6 months away from 2 years. But yeah, if you're an insider, then you know that's a fast track to that type shit. So you can, get micro influencers who get like insiders. I did get some inside shit one time on that Julio Fulio case. I was kind of an insider on that case. I'm not gonna lie, it was crazy because people was reaching out to me about that case for real, and I didn't have a lot of subscribers at the time. It was crazy.
Was not at Fort Huachuca on the 9th. And this is what I just received. This gets a little complicated. Let me remove this for a moment. And let me remove this. I want to show you these as I just got. And you guys will see this. I think it's a nice quick break from this. All right. Hopefully.
Mobius, I did see the Epstein files, the unredacted versions. They're saying that happened because Doge canceled the contract with Adobe Acrobat Reader or something. They said Doge canceled that contract with Adobe, and that's the reason the Epstein files were able to be redacted so easily.
Wait. Just so you guys can see what's going on, just so I can see what's going on here, because that screen's small for me. But
no, they're saying there was a rumor with GG and YB. They're saying there was a rumor. Academics are saying he didn't say it. It was a rumor. But Kai did come out crying, allegedly saying that it's another guy in the picture. So whether he got confirmation, maybe it wasn't Youngboy, it was just somebody else. Kai has allegedly came out and said that it was somebody else in the picture. Now, whether it's YB or not, that's to be announced.
I asked him, hey, do you have proof of this? He says, but it's worth saying Erica wasn't in some fort in Tucson. The internet's gone insane. She woke up next to Charlie on the 9th, went to the office with Charlie all day, woke him up from a nap before a fox hit, to dinner with Charlie. Literally, people are lunatics. And then next one, I will show you guys that one, the continuation of this. Right here we have this one. I'll show you an up-close picture with the metadata that we have on the screen itself. Proof, she was with her kids at 8:33 a.m. Pacific time, which again, in September, Arizona's on Pacific time. Taking them for a walk. I'm supposed to share that. But anyways, point being is 33 a.m. It shows that Sorry, Andrew. I screwed that up, man. I was trying to run a podcast and do.
So at this point, nobody knows it's Andrew Covert that's sending him the messages. It's no number, no name. It's just messages coming through. He sees the message where it says, don't share. And he says, sorry, Andrew. So that's where everybody started putting the two and two together. Like Andrew Covert is spoon feeding this micro influencer. I'm assuming he's a micro influencer by the way people are talking about him online. I don't know him. He might have a big platform, but they're saying God nobody really knows like that. Andrew Covert's feeding him this information, and I'm saying that's an insider, that can fast track him to, having some credibility. Credibility. That's the word I was looking for.
Is 33 a.m. It shows. Sorry, Andrew. I screwed that up, man. I was trying to run a podcast and do everything else. But again, it's proof of what's going on here. Here, the final screen, the final picture that shows the metadata for this. She was indeed with the kids. I keep hitting the wrong button. You guys can see that. It says right at the top, September 9th, 8:33 a.m.
We don't see that. I don't see it either. Oh, there you go.
Erica wasn't there. Brian Harpole wasn't there. He's full of shit. Don't know what to say. And again, the crazy thing about all this is it's not enough proof for anybody.
So he says it's not enough proof for anybody. So Candace did respond. I'm gonna pull up that Alex Jones video again, and I'm gonna read Candace's response. I don't think Candace made a video response. I think she just tweeted her response. She's saying that they pulled the metadata from the 9th, and the guy's accusations wasn't about the 9th. The guy's accusations was about the 8th. Also, they're saying that they were trying to discredit this guy, saying he wasn't a Green Beret and all of these things, and that they just stopped saying that because they vetted him and it was an actual Green Beret. But this is the Alex Jones video. We was right there. But let me go read Candace Owens' response. Let's see what the hell she said. Alright. My favorite part of the stream was after weeks of shrieking that Mitch lied about being a Green Beret, they calmly concede that he actually was a Green Beret and that they are embarrassed to admit that he was. Oh, and they fully admit he was at Fort Huachuca and the incident did happen. The initial disinformation campaign is failing, so now they're moving into his past relationships as some sort of unrelated character test. The public isn't stupid. We weren't asking about his character. We were asking to simply verify where Brian Harpole was on that morning and if he was indeed exiting that meeting as Mitch said he was. It isn't hard and shouldn't require PR agents planting alibis with the YouTubers. And I don't know how many times I can state this, but for good measure, I've always been very open about the possibility he simply might misidentified Harpole. That's the very reason I reached out to Harpole before we ran the story and received no response. It's becoming increasingly suspicious that rather than simply respond to me, they're asking YouTubers to speak to ex-wives and children and friends about someone's character when nobody is asking to marry this dude. We just want to know if he saw who he believes he saw. Every other piece of this story that morning has already been verified with military police reports, metadata, hotel confirmations, and videos. Again, this isn't hard. So that was Candace's response to that YouTuber's video, and this is Alex Jones responding to Candace.
How this whole Fort Huachuca story has completely blown up in her face, and all the major players, her minion, her operative.
Oh, chat. I hope everybody's having a good morning. If you could do me a favor and just double tap the screen right quick. That's how you like the video and support the channel for free. We are also 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. We do go live every single day over here talking politics, current events, and entertainment. If you're having a good time in here, press 2. Chat. If y'all having a good time with me this morning, press 2.
Source claims were there have clear alibis. So this Mitch Snow character under another name weeks ago sends her an email. And she says God just had her open it up first, and she just knew it was real. And if she denies it, we'll play the clips of that. And he says he's on Fort Huachuca, and he gets directed over to this skiff and gets in the secure skiff. And there is the head of TPUSA Security, and there is Congressman Ahmadai, and then later he remembers that Erica Kirk was on the base later, but that was a week and a half later when he actually went on her show. And so since then, it's been confirmed that he was in Congress by 11 a.m. Eastern, which is 8 a.m. in Arizona time at the time in September. So that's the exact same time. Clear alibi. And her minions spin it and go, oh, here's a 2:45 screenshot of him being there, and he didn't get roll called. That doesn't matter. He's on the video. He's there. So they've now moved away from that. Then you also have their head of security with the stubs that he's in the air in Dallas at 1:45 flying up to Salt Lake City. So they kind of move away from that and want you to forget all about that and just say they were just asking questions. But they were saying this is definitive. She believes this has credibility. Everything now is this story, Fort Huachuca, because she moved on to that to help us forget about the Egyptian plane situation that totally fell apart. And 66% of the time, they weren't even on this continent. 60% of the time, they weren't even in the same airspace. But it doesn't matter because, again, she always moves on to the next diversion, the next distraction, the next projection in this gaslighting operation. So just remember that she doesn't want to talk about
appreciate that, LSL.
These individuals that all have alibis. Remember, she's like God. She's the Inquisitor. She's almighty. When she accuses somebody or has a guest on that does it, just asking questions, they have to respond to her. They have to show themselves. They have to prove themselves to her. And even when they do it, it's not enough. But now that the proof is overwhelming, move on from that. She says, no. The Undersecretary of the Army, he went to Fort Huachuca on the 8th, which was scheduled back since July. And so now it's about who was on that plane. So now we're back to planes again, not the skiff, not the meeting on the 9th and who was in that. But now, let's go ahead and lay out the latest insane developments. Again, I want to be clear. Basically 2 weeks ago, I reached out to Candace Owens, put out a public video, and said, you're going in the wrong direction. I don't think you're a bad person. I think you're being given bad information about this Snow character. Please look at my findings that have now all been vetted, all confirmed, in fact, much worse than I said. And instead, I'm the bad guy. Well, then, yesterday afternoon, she goes public and says, oh my God, look what we have here. This is so crazy. We'll show you clips. They've been caught. They are totally desperate. Andrew Colvett, the spokesperson that knows her well from TPUSA, great friends with Charlie Kirk, he is out directing from some war room, hell, not even Fort Huachuca, or who knows, NORAD maybe, and that he is in this damage control mode and doesn't want people to know he's in damage control mode, and he's reaching out to journalists and talk show hosts and groups and trying to get them to basically put out a cover story for Erica Kirk, and this is all being done at the direction of Erica Kirk. So I got on the phone, had a lengthy conversation with him right before we're shooting this report right now, and he said, look.
It kind of does seem like that, though, Alex. Thank you, Asha. It kind of does, because if it's this micro influencer and nobody really knows who he is too much, then yeah, and especially if it's multiple micro influencers. I don't know if it's multiple yet. So far, I only know of one. But if it's multiple micro influencers and they're pushing the same message or they kind of getting the same script, then yes. I mean, yes. It is what it is. Not saying that's a bad thing. It's like shit having a street team out there.
He says, and you can walk through the text. He gets contacted by Paramount Tactical, that's been basically debunking all this, and they say, hey,
thank you, Applejack. You say Alex Jones is compromised. The car been out. See, I think Alex Jones is okay at his core. Yeah, I'll say compromised at his core. If we're just gonna say compromised and not compromised, okay, yeah, at his core, we'll just cut the shit, man. Okay, yes, but do I think he has free reign? I think that it's becoming to the point to where even the people that have free reign are compromised on certain things. You know what I'm saying? And I think he might have got the call for Candace with Laura Loomer saying that, hey, I hollered at Alex Jones, you know what I'm saying? Like, she made it seem like she was his handler. Alex Jones came out and said, no, we didn't even talk about Candace Owens. We talked about Tucker Carlson, and I defended Tucker Carlson. But I don't know, man.
On September 9th from you, if you can get that, proving that Erica Kirk was somewhere else other than Fort Huachuca. And so he reaches
Good
out
morning,
to Erica.
Tinky.
What mother isn't taking pictures of her kids, playing in the park and backyard and stuff? She sends it with timestamps from 8:33. So there she is, the same hour the secret meeting supposedly going on in Fort Huachuca, in Phoenix, at her home and at the park. And she sends in this photo, and then he reaches out 3 hours later. He goes, oh, sorry.
You said you defended Tucker Carlson. Alex Jones said he defended Tucker Carlson against Laura Loomer. I don't know any of these people enough to defend them. I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. If there's one person on YouTube that I'm going to defend, it's going to be Money. Y'all know Money Way Music. That's the only person on YouTube I'm defending. That's the only person I know, for real. I'm just going to be all the way honest with you. As far as Tucker Carlson and all of these creators, yeah, free speech. I mean, I'm cool with them having their takes, having their debates. If they garner influence over people, it just kind of is what it is. That's what you call a free market, But when you got algorithms and companies working against certain creators, that's a different thing. But if you're just in a free open market and you can garner your audience saying whatever the hell you saying, kind of is what it is with me. I'm not tripping. But no, I'm not going on my way to defend none of these motherfuckers. I'm just going to keep it real with you, other than Money.
Yeah, I'm just now seeing this. This is all crazy, whatever, but sure, here it is. And he didn't say don't talk about this. He just said, please don't show the screenshot, the photo, because it's her kids. And he just pulls this up live on air because Andrew responded 3 hours late and goes, oh gosh. And then Candace spins it like, ooh, we just caught you in this massive cover-up.
She sends it to Andrew Colvett to send to these obscure YouTubers who are live, and it didn't click with them that Andrew Colvett did not want them to say that he was their source. So this guy just starts live reading the messages that are coming in from Andrew Colvett, where he proceeds to give an alibi that no one asked for.
So she doesn't deny that it's her in Phoenix, screenshot. You can go to the metadata, which they have, that she's in Phoenix. None of that matters. And then she says, well, she was thinking, maybe Mr. Snow's information was wrong, but not now, because why would they be defending themselves if they were innocent?
You said the photo Alex is touting was taken on the wrong day. Why is Alex trying to gaslight? Yeah, I seen Candace say that the date in question for her was the 8th, and they put metadata out for the 9th. Is that what you're talking about, Applejacks? Because Candace was asking questions about the 8th, and the YouTuber, along with Andrew Colvett, put out the metadata from the 9th. Candace said before they even aired that they were going to do that, you know what I'm saying? Before Alex and them got to doing this, like, hey, they're going to come at me saying that they put out these receipts when they put out receipts for the wrong day.
And she says, I didn't want alibis from you.
So I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. Candace is back in her bag again for another week. I'm just going to be all the way honest. Everybody who's waiting on Candace to go the fuck away, man, Candace is damn near the content now, man. You see everybody pulling on Candace coattail and curtail right now, man. Candace is she got another week coming, man. She got about another 5 days of getting at least $250,000 in that hour and 15 minutes she live. She finna hit another lick, man. Let's just be all the way. Candace is in her duffel bag right now, man. She in a duffel bag, man. Alex Jones, everybody coming at her, man. She is gonna make a killing this week, straight up. Probably 200,000 episode.
What are you talking about? And she already went Monday before last, all the way to Nashville, Tennessee, where Candace lives, to meet for 4.5 hours and already show her a bunch of this stuff. And then Candace comes out and says, oh, looks like everything's about to be okay. And then days later has Snow on to double down and say, oh, no, Erica was there too on the base. So this is just absolutely crazy. And when you watch her, what was it, Instagram last night, where I'm banned, of course, and YouTube where I'm banned, but she's anti-establishment.
Good morning, Lala.
She sits there and basically says, "Oh, look, they're scared, they're desperate, they got a PR disaster because Andrew Colvin is sneaking around behind the scenes, contacting influencers to do this." No, it's right there. She already has these screenshots. She has the screenshots from the live stream. They're not HD. I have the HD ones we're putting on screen right now. And he's reached out to, he talks to him. They talk about AmFest last weekend. And he says, "Oh, yeah, this is all just crazy." And then it turns into he reached out, Andrew Colvin, to Paramount Tactical as damage control for Erica Kirk. When it's Paramount Tactical reaching out, I should have done this myself and asked for screenshots and stuff from her. And because they would have given them to me, I just learned. But I already knew it was all preposterous anyways. So again, let this sink in for yourself for a second. Here's Candace Owens saying he's in his war room basically, scheming and in damage control and reaching out to people when it's clear the screenshot she has that she...
Because we don't have the insider information, Caleb. You said, why are we talking about other people when we could be talking about ideas? We talk about ideas all day. Well, I do. You know what I'm saying? I talk about ideas all day. But right now, we're talking about this Charlie Kirk, Erica Kirk situation, this Fort Watuka, I guess that's what it's called, metadata. And shit, guess what? We're not an insider on this case right here. Some cases we have been insiders on. But this one right here, we're outside the damn loop. So this is what we doing.
He flashes up for just a second, hopes you don't read it. Hopes you're stupid. And he's reached out to, gets back 3 hours later, says, "Yeah, here it is." Says, "But just don't show the photo. Not don't talk about it, but you can say you've seen the proof." And if Candace has a problem with that, Candace, you called up Andrew Colvin, and you called the rest of his crew, and I've confirmed this with him right after Charlie was killed, and you said, "I want to see the HD camera from behind him to see if the bullet indeed doesn't come out the back."
You said you love to see MAGA turning on each other and all the infighting. You said you love that MAGA's imploding and turning on each other. I'm not going to say that I love that they're imploding and turning on each other, but I do want to see a pretty open primary. I'm just going to keep it all the way real. I want to see some debate, you know what I'm saying? I want to see JD debate Marco Rubio, debate Ted Cruz, debate whoever the hell else they're going to put up there. I'm here for all of that. I want to see Gavin Newsom debate, I guess Kamala again. And whoever the Democrats gonna put up. I'm ready to see James Talrico debate Jasmine Crockett. I'm ready to see the shit, man. Straight up. Ready to see Byron Donald's debate.
And that's all true, they said. And you saw the footage. They showed it to you that the bullet didn't come out the back. And it was agreed this is gore.
Listen, Caleb, I don't know why you hating from the bleachers, man, but it's either you can double tap the screen, like the live, man, and just come back later. If you don't want to watch this, hey, bro, just come back later. You know what I'm saying? We'll be live later on. We'll have a different topic here when I get off of this topic, dude. You're not about to curate my show. That's what you're not about to do is curate my shit. You know what I'm saying? YouTube account is free. 50 subscribers, you can go live. Curate your own shit, my guy.
We shouldn't put this out. So it's the same thing here. Don't show the kids, but here's the timestamp, here's the information. But the key here is Paramount Tactical contacted him. So the idea that he's running around in damage control, well, he's their PR person, maybe he should. Because I've told him he should go on the air for weeks. I've told him he should counter this. Because they got receipts, they got what Charlie really said, they've got all the stuff, okay, that Charlie hated you for at least 2 years. But they have not been trying to get in a fight with you. It was on their website that you weren't affiliated with them for 2 years. Charlie was a gentleman and would push you off to Andrew Colvin because he didn't want to escalate things with you. And that's the bottom line, because you've been a troublemaker everywhere you go and everything you do. That's the bottom line. And you work for the Mossad operation on record that is the Daily Wire. I've never worked for a Mossad operation. So you guys just keep spewing your Israel stuff like you did last night. Oh, Netanyahu, he's mad. He won't go control this. Screw Netanyahu. Everybody knows that I don't work for those people. But that's all you guys do is imply that because you need to distract away from the fact that all these people you said were at this meeting through your menu.
So do y'all think Alex Jones getting the $7,000 or what? I'm just gonna ask y'all, man. Yes or no in the chat right now. Do y'all think Alex Jones is getting the $7,000 from Netanyahu's government, man, the Israelis, man? Y'all think Alex Jones is getting the $7,000, man?
We're not there. So now you change to some high-level person from the Pentagon flying down to inspect the border operation. They announced in July that we're going to have this border inspection. And, of course, Fort Huachuca is a major border base. Oh, my God, look, there was somebody from the Defense Department there. That proves it. Now it's about a plane on the 8th. Talk about misdirection like a magician does. Talk about gaslighting. Talk about shell games. Talk about moving the goalposts. I mean, this is insane. Absolutely insane. And here's the total proof. When you watch her, she says Andrew Colvit's running around trying to get people to do this and do it secretly. No, he's contacted. He says, sure, here's proof. You can talk about it, but don't put up the picture. And she knows this. She has this information. But here we have it in HD for you, not just off some live stream. So let's go to the HD document. Andrew, this is from Gary at Paramount Tactical. Hope you had a great time at AmFest. I'm doing an expose of Mitchell Snow tonight at 6 p.m. ET. So is Nate over at the VFT and Jesse on Fire, who are both no friends of TPUSA, that's two Green Berets, and is still wholly aligned with Candace at 8 p.m. Can you provide anything proving Erica's whereabouts on the 9th?
Okay, so that's who they did the live stream with. Jesse on Fire and the other guy. Okay, so I do know those creators, man. I don't know why they act like those was nobodies. I mean, I'm not really familiar with them, but I've heard those names before.
I'm doing an expose of Mitchell Snow.
Oh, I don't know who Nate is. I don't know who Nate at VFT is, but I think Jesse on Fire, and I think I've heard of VFT. I don't know exactly who Nate is.
ET. So is Nate over at the VFT and Jesse on Fire, who are both
What's
no
up,
friends
Felipe?
of TPUSA, that's two Green Berets, and is still wholly aligned with Candace at 8 p.m. Can you provide anything proving Erica's whereabouts on the 9th? I know I've heard she was with her mother, even giving me a statement to confirm this will be helpful. Hard evidence is obviously better. So he gives him hard evidence 3 hours later, okay? But let's just stop.
It's all good, Caleb.
Notice in the video that Candace put out last night on Instagram, she says, what are you doing distracting to the 9th? It's all about the plane and the Pentagon official coming on the 8th. She just started talking about this a couple days ago as her new diversion from the previous lies.
Okay, the guy said he saw her on the 8th. It's kind of like the Brian Harpole where they're just like giving us alibis for times that we're not talking about. Again, I wasn't even necessarily pressuring them for an alibi.
So they all want alibis for the 9th. Now she's like, I don't want alibis. No, this is a distraction from the 8th, and that's why we're all so scared. Or she is the biggest sociopath I've ever seen. She's either on nuts, is some type of paranoid schizophrenic, or, I think she's cold-blooded evil, folks. So you just saw him reach out 3 hours later. Hey man, sorry, just seeing this, been off my phone.
This man, Alex Jones, bro. This man, Alex Jones, went from fucking with Candace Owens and them being, alright, to now she's cold-blooded evil. Alex Jones sit down with Nick Fuentes a couple times. Now Candace Owens is just cold-blooded evil. It's crazy.
But it's worth saying, laugh out loud, Erica wasn't in some fort in Tucson. The internet has gone insane. She woke up next to Charlie, went to the office with Charlie all day.
See, I know who Valhalla is, but I don't know who Nate from VFT is. I don't know Nate specifically. That's what I was saying, Applejacks. I don't know who Nate is specifically. I know the Valhalla dude. I think I see him in JD Delay, and then I've seen Jesse on Fire before, but I don't know specifically who Nate is.
Woke him up from a nap before Fox hit, went to dinner with Charlie. Literally, people are lunatics. And then he sends a screenshot from 8:33 Pacific time, and it's Erica covering up the faces of her kids, and it's got the timestamp and all the rest of it. And Candace doesn't even deny this is real. She just goes, look, it's Erica. She's involved. She's running it. Yes, she flew to Tennessee to try to get you to stop accusing her of all this and implying she was involved in the murder, which you then deny. We have all the compilations of. I mean, this is sick. You accuse people. You do all this. You have a lunatic known con man on, serial wife and child abuser, and you raise him hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then people obliquely defend themselves, and you spin up this giant story and sick your mob of lunatics on them? Wow. Proof she was with her kids at 8:33 a.m. Pacific time. Don't share. Taking them for a walk before going to the office. And that turns into he's covertly putting out an alibi, but don't share because they don't want people to know he's involved as their PR spokesperson. No, Erica didn't want the picture of her kids shared. I mean, this is so stupid, people. And again, her saying, I never implied anybody, TPUSA or anybody killed Charlie. Then we have all these compilations of her basically saying it.
Just 48 hours later, conveniently...
Man, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I don't think Candace lost her damn mind, man. Appreciate that, Felipe. Yeah, everybody double tap the screen for me. That's how you support the channel for free. We're 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. We go live every single day over here talking politics, entertainment, and current events. I don't think Candace has lost her mind. It's one of two things. A lot of this shit, I do believe, is investigative. She's just like, hey, look, I'm investigating it. I'm putting it out there. People can, you know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, I'm investigating and I'm putting it out there. And I'm making some fucking money behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. Straight up, man. She's making some crazy money, man. She's investigating. This is what the hell she was doing before Charlie Kirk was, you know, unalive. Like, this is what's going on. Some of this shit is stones that are turned over for no damn reason, and that's part of investigative work. Some of the shit actually leads somewhere. That's part of investigative work. You know what I'm saying? And shit, she getting chicken. Now, if she was doing this shit and she wasn't making no money, if she was just sitting here putting out little damn articles and shit that nobody clicked on and the click-through rate sucked, and it was just her typing an article, nobody would give a fuck. Nobody's gonna go look up, oh, Candace Owens typed this damn article. No, they're mad because she's on YouTube with about 5-6 million subscribers. Every time she press live, she making $250,000 doing what the hell she was doing before. It's just, it's taking a new face. If she was doing this same shit and went down and sat down with this guy that they're accusing, bashing his character, if this shit was a pen and paper interview, just type the fuck up like a Rolling Stone article or something, nobody would care. It's because she's on YouTube with it, and you see them $500 super chats rolling through and them $100 super chats rolling through. The whole screen got 10 red bars across. That's what's making people mad, if you want to be honest. That's why they mad.
We catch a bullet to the throat. Our on-stage reunion could happen. It's a yes or a no. Yeah, I'm putting the fire here right at the feet of Turning Point because I am disgusted. When we go back and we look at the calendar and we see that that request went out in mid-July, it's me insane. It just screams at me that this was an inside job, okay?
And then she's also like, oh, Snow, he rightfully said the units that are at Fort Huachuca, only an insider would know that. It says at the entrance of the base what group is at Fort Huachuca. So in her video last night, in this post she put out, she's like, whoa, Mitch Snow knew what units were based there. I mean, that is...
You said she been popping before Kirk Macron in the Middle East. Yeah, Candace has been relevant for a long time, whether people know it or not. Now, in this form, this is damn near like final form S tier Candace right now, bro. There's not many people outside of like the people who have been on YouTube for a very, very long time, like the Penguins and those kind of creators, man. Candace, when she goes live, bro, and you see 150K, it's like she can't do less than 150K on a live, man. Sometimes it's like 250,000, and these are hour-long lives. She's definitely making 20,000-30,000 just in super chats. just in super chat, she's probably making a dub. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta take in the sponsors where she doesn't, not even the ads that YouTube put in there, but when she stops and does her own thing for the beef and the gold investments and shit, man, that's a bag, bruh. Then you have the replay. After the replay, all of the ads in the YouTube premium and shit like that, and man, Candace probably seeing about $250,000, man, about 100 racks, about anywhere between 100,000 and $250,000 every time she press live on this motherfucker, man. That's why people mad. If she was putting this shit out on her little blog article on CandaceOwens.com and it was just a readable and you couldn't see her face and she couldn't get no damn live donations, nobody would be mad.
It's incredible. It's only on the...
If she was spewing those same conspiracies that y'all are saying on her little blog article that nobody paid attention to because it's the old media, nobody would be mad because you wouldn't know about it. No, not one person would say shit if all of this was on CandaceOwens.com and it was just a PDF, a readable. And it couldn't get no donations, no super chats and shit. Couldn't sell no shirts and that. Nobody would be mad. Everybody would just be like, oh, that's that crazy woman every now and then when they hear about her. It's like reading a Rolling Stone article. Nobody looks at like, oh shit, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, Rolling Stone's finna go live. No, they fucking don't go live, man. They don't go live. They put out articles from time to time. People read that shit and they move on. If Candace was doing that, nobody would have nothing to say.
Front entrance these places. It's like, man, they pulled into McDonald's and they knew it was McDonald's. Or Mitch said they pulled into a Walmart and it was Walmart. I mean, holy mackerel. This is next level horseshit. And you watch it, it's like your soul is being drained away by this gossip demon, this spirit of deception. Great talk shows, Dark Waters. When you get back on, really broke it down.
See, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not mad that she's making money. That's my thing about it. The whole thing about me, in this Candace Owens situation, like, I'm not mad at it, you know, like, because that's what she did before. That's what she did before. It's not like she's new to investigative journalism or some shit like that. That's what she did before. Hold on. Let me see. Let me get to where she at, man. She is in her bag right now.
To God, I never thought I'd be talking this much about Candace Owens. And I think to myself, okay, that's it. We're finally done with it. Let's move on. And then something else will happen. Somebody will rise up and denounce her. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what are you doing? She is.
All right, this is what she reposted, man. I don't know Lionel Nation like that, but I do hear
what I'm seeing.
I do hear Candace speaking about Lionel Nation. If y'all are familiar with Lionel Nation, press 3 in the chat. If y'all are familiar with Lionel Nation, press 3 in the chat and give me a little background on Lionel Nation, man. Y'all let me know what I need to know about Lionel Nation, man, because I'm not familiar with Lionel Nation, but this video right here that Candace reposted has 1 million views, so we finna see what he's breaking down.
Old right now. I can't believe it. I swear to God, I never thought I'd be talking this much about Candace Owens. And I think to myself, okay, that's it. We're finally done with it. Let's move on. And then something else will happen. Somebody will rise up and denounce her. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what are you doing? She is in the middle of this firing squad, a circular firing squad. In essence, the people who you think would understand free speech more than anyone.
That's the thing. People don't understand that, like, it's working both ways. To me, Applejacks, the way I'm looking at this shit is I have a marketing background. So I'm looking at it from a marketing standpoint. Even with Alex Jones, even with a lot of these creators, they attach their names to Candace Owens and try to, critique her or come at her, you know what I'm saying, for the crossfire. It's gonna be analytics, whether they believe it, whether it's a mission or whether it's not. They're coming at, and that's going to create analytics. That's going to, whether it's for the clicks and views or it's not for the clicks and views are a byproduct of what's going on. So I don't think a lot of the media understands that it's a new ball game. It's a new playing field. The days of coming on here and denouncing somebody and saying like, hey, we're not effing with them, the shit doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. So what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna be all the way honest with you. That, because being blackballed is not, it's not a thing anymore. How many blackballed creators do we see? Nick Fuentes, blackballed. You see people uploading his videos all day long. Alex Jones, blackballed. We just watched this stream. Aiden can't be over here. Watch his shit. Sneeko just got his channel back. Milo, everybody, all these people, man. It's a lot of people who have been canceled, been blackballed, been kicked out, but they still do really well for themselves. Maybe they don't get as much coverage, but now people are looking for that. Now that people are looking for the resistance, and the algorithm is not about the followers and the subscribers anymore, because it's going to get pushed to you. If that's what you've been watching the back and forth about certain situations, the algorithm is going to push you whatever's going on about the back and forth to certain situations. So what they're not realizing is the more that they come out and denounce her, the more that they come out and do that, that's creating more and more content, and that's adding to her damn bag, that's adding to her credibility. Every time she go live, it's 200,000 in that bad boy, man. I know her analytics is stupid. She's probably gaining 10 to 20,000 subscribers a day. A day, bro. She's probably getting anywhere right now in her bag. She's probably getting 10 to 20,000 subscribers a day. Easy.
Who have said some of the most stupid things ever that I've defended, and others as well. Not defend what they say, but their ability to say it. They're coming out of the woodwork, trying to push people out of the way. Let me attack her. Let me stone her. I mean, I can't believe this. I cannot believe what I am watching unfold right now regarding her. I truly can't. I'm not just saying that. The speed and the ferocity and the hypocrisy of it all and them are staggering. People who built their entire public identity and their money around defending speech and dissent and heterodoxy and platform independence are now lining up to demand that Candace Owens shut up and be shut up and shut down and disappear, or worse. And they're not subtle about it. Let me tell you something. You put people into danger when you start coming after them. There is a bounty on her head, figuratively and in some cases explicitly. Let me say something about that quickly. Do not think I'm exaggerating. Do not think I'm exaggerating. Do not. This is a sick world. I tell people all the time, I don't know where you've been, but just like these idiots who put pictures of their kids on Facebook, these are people in Congress. People with bullseyes on them. Here's my children. Here we are at home. This is where I live. So you've got to be careful. So when you come after her all the time, what do you want? Especially when she brings up Charlie, the only one who gives a damn about Charlie Kirk, up to and including his wife. And I'm going to say it. What is the matter with these people? Are you looking at a different Erica Kirk than I am? Am I missing something? Where have you been? Don't you know how to read a witness?
Oh my God. Candace shared this. That means she's condoning this shit. So she's back coming at Erica Kirk. Oh, wow. So this is another round. Candace shared this, bro. Like, this is on her page. What is she captioning this shit? France, Israel, Australia, The Daily Wire, PragerU, Turning Point, Alex Jones, Christian influencers, the entire mainstream media, APAC, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Big Pharma, and Hollywood versus me. Damn. That was her quote to this video.
Tone against Candace is punitive, and the intent is exclusionary. The message is clear, my friend. She's crossed some line. Al must be removed. Ooh. From people who if I didn't know better,
Say her channel making 129 to 300, 110 to 329K per month. I think that's a low shot, bro. Well, I mean, that's probably what she's making just from, YouTube paying her YouTube check, and I think that's probably low. Well, she only uploads like 4 or 5 days a week. But when you add in those sponsorships, man, the damn live sponsorships that's in there, it's like 3 or 4 of them bad boys. Then you add her merch into it. And her shared, cause she only really goes live, and then the clips get uploaded. I'm pretty sure she has some clippers over there. Her clipper channels probably go crazy. Yeah, she probably clock 250,000, about 100,000, 250,000 every time she press live.
Think you're a sellout. Who's paying you? Who's paying you to come after her? Is that it? Is that how it works? Whoever, all of a sudden people pop out of the door and say, "What are you doing? Where are you? You're against her? Et tu, Brute?" From whom is this coming? Not the usual suspects. No. Not the obvious ideological enemies. Oh, no. This is something. This is something. You pay attention. This is coming from people who should know better. And maybe they're paid better. People who lectured the world about free expression. Oh, they were so loud and so vocal. Oh, they were so fantastic. So.
Nah, I'm going to keep it real with you. When people ask dates and shit, like when y'all say Erica Kirk didn't remember their wedding anniversary, okay, that's all right. But when she say the kids' birthdays and shit, I'm from the South. That's something you don't give out. You just don't be giving out your damn birthday and your kid's birthday. People try to put root work on you and spiritual warfare and shit, man. That's just something you just don't give out. That's why presidents hide their birthday. Their presidents have their birthday changed and shit. So when she didn't want to say her kid's birthday, I didn't see anything wrong with that. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see anything wrong with her not wanting to tell the world her kids' birthdays,
So definitive in their protestations and detestation of the clamping down of freedom of speech. People who wore their deplatforming scars like medals. People, many of us, defended and still do. Not because we agreed with everything they said. Let me be clear about this. To defend somebody's right, whether it's Fuentes or Milo or Megan or Bannon or whoever the hell it is, or AOC or Jasmine Crockett. I don't want anybody shut down because they're wrong or stupid. But you want to turn the goddamn channel if you don't like what they say. Hashtag so what? This is rudimentary. I can't believe I'm even saying this. I don't agree with these people, but I believe in their right to say it, especially after we just came out of COVID and deployed. People are now coming back. It's like the flowers are coming. It's spring again. Hey, remember that guy? Hey, come on, welcome back. He's an idiot. But so what? Come on back. At least, welcome, talk. I'll disagree with you, but we need more people. Oh, no, not with Candace. Oh, no, she's gone too far. People who insisted that they didn't need permission and who rightly celebrated that independence, they're now coming against her in droves en masse. And those people are now calling for Candace Owens to be...
I know who Benny Johnson is, man. His community prank called me all night one night. I'm not gonna lie. One night, bro, Benny, bro, I'm not gonna lie. His community, bro, they got on there with me one night, bro. They would clog my phone lines up and everything. Was leaving crazy voicemails and shit, man. I know who Benny is, man. His following had went crazy one night.
Sidelined and erased and neutralized. neutralized. Why? Why? Why do you think? Come on, use your head. She threatens them. Everybody. This isn't about disagreement or about being wrong. Are you kidding? Or disinformation or misinformation or that information, whatever it is. Disagreement is healthy. Disagreement is necessary. Ask Einstein about Newton. Ask about disagreement. Ask about how things change. The Beatles disagreed with Gershwin to an extent. That's how we got new music. I've disagreed with Candace Owens publicly, privately, on several matters. So what? If you've got most notably her allegations involving Brigitte Macron. I thought and still think she was entering very, very dangerous legal territory. And I said it out of concern, not because I want to shut her up. I still think she has the right to say it, but be careful of the repercussions. And I told her, I said so. I did tell her, I've never spoken to her, but I've said so. I warned the defamation law doesn't care about vibes or suspicions or internet momentum. Doesn't care about that, especially in Delaware, where this jury is going to be impaneled. I caution. She was exposing herself to serious risk. But at no point, suggest for a second that she be silenced. At no point, never did I even intimate, hint, or suggest that she should be removed from the conversation. I mean, they're hitting it with anti-Semite, pro-Arab, they're running out, racist? You're going to try that one? They're running out of labels. And none of it's working. Because you're here. Because you agree with me. Because you're smart enough to realize, Jesus, do you see what's happening?
Now, I'm going to keep it all the way real with you. Candace does take on a lot of names. She wears a lot of hats. Some of those hats she's earned. I'm just going to be real. We going to shoot this shit straight. I fuck with Candace. I'm straight up. She's at the top of her game right now, especially as a content creator, just seeing how her channel moves. But if we're going to be all the way honest, some of those hats that they're trying to put on Candace, hey, man, she earned them bad boys. Honest.
Conversation? I mean, they're hitting it with anti-Semite, pro-Arab, they're running out, racist? You're going to try that one? They're running out of labels. And none of it's working. Because you're here. Because you agree with me. Because you're smart enough to realize, Jesus, do you see what's happening? That's the line we're talking about. That's always the line. Don't cross the line from disagreeing with her or despising her to shutting her down. What is happening now crosses that line because of jealousy, because she threatens people, because she's becoming too powerful. And these idiots don't understand that by virtue of the volume of their protestations, you're merely elevating her commercial worth. Aren't critiques?
That's what I just
These
said.
are calls for her exile. Not debates. These are character assassinations. Or worse. They are naming her. They are targeting her. They're isolating her. Turning her into a pariah. And we're next. And you're next. This isn't principle. This is personal. This is jealousy. Commercial jealousy masquerading as moral concerns. Cable news hate her. She'll do in one video. She'll do in a week. Think about that. Oh, you don't know how bad they are. You don't know. I mean, nobody's watching this. Cable? What's next? Shortwave? I've got an idea. How about little baby monitors? Nursery monitor? Where you get B radio? How about that frequency at the airport? At 1600, the red zone. She is destroying them. But I keep telling them, if you want her to go away, ignore her. Don't bring up your arch enemy's success. Candace Owens is blowing everything up. And they can't stand it. And me, I guess I'm a schmuck. I'm thinking, hey, that's great for all of us, right? Right? Hello? Anybody here? she say? She is to opinion and digital media what Elon Musk is to modern rocketry, or better yet, model rocketry. She disrupted the entire... Oh. Ask permission? She didn't wait her turn. Go through the approved hoops and the channels. Now make sure you do. Make sure you go incrementally to this. Make sure you check with this one. Oh, he was here first. Ooh, you know what? What? She built a direct relationship with you, the audience, that no committee controls and no gatekeeper can throttle, and it's driving these people nuts. I mean, it's driving them nuts. She said something. She said something about Egyptian pilots or something. Look, I can't tell you I'm an expert, but let her say it. Tell her she's wrong. Disprove her. Maybe help her out. But oh, no, this through the line. Well, you can't say that about Egyptian pilots. What about them? I don't know. But if that brings her down, fine. Oh, for the love of God. You sound like the anti-COVID crowd. You sound like the ivermectin crew. She outpaces institutions that spent decades and billions building relevance. And she does it with a phone, a camera, and conviction, and a relentless work ethic, authenticity, and likability. And she's hit a nerve, and they can't figure it out. That terrifies people who thought they owned the space. People who along the way realized that what brought them to the market, look, whatever you want to say, disagree with me, go ahead. But I'm legit. I'm not just making this up. Okay, I'm not. When I say something, believe it. Oh, that's all. Believe it. And let's be honest, speaking of believing it, many of these voices believed free speech was some kind of a shield for them. You know, Kevlar.
I was hearing that bird chirping, chat, and I was trying to see if it was on his video or outside my damn house. And that bird is definitely outside the house.
Right? Well, apparently this is not a principle for everyone. See, they loved it when it protected their dissent. Oh, they loved it. They celebrated it when it allowed them to challenge orthodoxy. But the moment that Candace Owens surpassed them in quantifiable commercial influence and reach and engagement and power and cultural relevance, well, then the rules changed. Suddenly, speech needs boundaries. That's right, boundaries. Suddenly, platforms need responsibility. Suddenly, her tone matters. Suddenly, the same people who screamed about censorship, who screamed about the inability to speak, are now whispering and screaming about deplatforming her. And a lot of these people are being paid off, and you know it's true. And you know who I'm talking about. Okay?
Alex Jones.
You know how this thing goes.
It's crazy.
My friend, that is not growth. That's exposure that we're talking about. And I find it disgusting, reprehensible. I find it beyond the pale. Absolutely. This is existentially stupid. How's that for a... It's just stupid. This is our business. What are you doing? And I find it deeply disappointing. I mean, profoundly disappointing, because some of these people I once respected, and they were once respected voices, people who were really in the Hall of Fame. They understood something essential. Free speech is not about agreement. Free speech is about allowance. It's about expansion. It's about trusting that truth will emerge through conflict, not suppression. Let people speak Celebrate them. Celebrate their work. And now they want her gone. Can you see it? And this is war. This is war. They want her gone. Corrected, not challenged, but gone. And I'll let you fill in the blank. Well, what kind of gone? In this day and age, there's no telling. Do you know what that tells me? It tells me they are not confident in their own ideas. They're not secure in their relevance, their own relevance. They are not winning on merit. They're afraid. Oh, I've seen this a million times. For those of us in the biz, we've seen this. And here is the warning. They don't want to hear, and they sure as hell don't want you to hear. Be careful. Be very, very careful. Because you're next. And I don't say that loosely. I don't say that. I thought after COVID and what we went through, I thought for sure after Trump got in, I thought we would be so imbued in the celebration of free speech that we would never let this happen again. The precedent that they are setting, and I hope not you, but they are, will not stop or erase Candace Owens. No. The machinery that they're feeding does not distinguish between ideological allies once it is activated. The same crowd that cheers her removal, will eventually come for you when you deviate even slightly, even smidgen from the new approved line. And you know why also they do this? Because they love the power. Oh, they love censorship. Oh, they love it. Once they get away with it once, oh, they want to do it again. That was fun. Whose scalp can we collect now? We used to say the left did it. Oh, no. Remember, everybody I'm talking about now, I'm talking about is the right. I'm not talking about the left. Oh, I understand this. And when that happens, my friends, you are going to need people like me and others and Candace to stand by you. To say that we do not agree with everything that you said, but we defend your right to say it. Isn't that axiomatic? Isn't that what we Americans say? Isn't that part of our, who's that, Nathan Hale or Patrick Henry? I get them confused. Do not burn that bridge, my friend. Do not. This moment is not about Candace Owens alone. I mean, she's the subject, she's the target, but it's not about her. It's about whether, something even far more fundamental, it's about whether opinion itself is allowed to breathe, to exist. Whether the digital public square remains open or becomes managed, who knows? Whether influence is earned through persuasion or granted through some kind of approval, we'll see. Whether dissent is tolerated and to be tolerated only when it is small or allowed, even when it is powerful. This is what we're talking about. Issues. These are the issues. And like I said, every time I say, okay, we're done with this count, there's always saying, nope, something else.
All right, man, that's enough of that. Chat, I got the phone lines open, man. If anybody wants to call in and have a conversation this morning, man, before we get up out of here, we coming up on 2 hours. We at 2 hours, actually. We're like 2.5 hours. But, if anybody wants to call in, man, we got the phone lines open, man. How do y'all feel about this situation? When it comes to me, I do see it's an attack on Candace Owens. She does get a lot of unwarranted hate, but when it comes to those names and titles that they put on her, I mean, shit, it just kind of is what it is. I don't think she's upset with wearing those hats, man. You know, she earned them. Trump and Zelensky supposed to meet. Oh yeah, they said Zelensky had the a peace deal. I think it was 20 point. He was proposing. I see Trump and Zelensky supposed to meet. I didn't know that. I wonder when that's gonna happen. I guess we'll find out.
President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will meet tomorrow at Mar-a-Lago. They're going to discuss a 20-point peace plan that will hopefully end the war with Russia. Madison Scarpino is in West Palm Beach, and she's got the latest on tomorrow's meeting and what's at stake.
Yeah, hey Joey, President Trump has previously said he wouldn't meet with Zelensky unless they were close to a deal. Well, the two are now meeting tomorrow afternoon as the two presidents are set to discuss a plan for potential peace. Now, Zelensky is expressing confidence in this plan, but President Trump is reportedly saying Zelensky does not have anything until he approves it.
Our interest is to end the war in a respectable manner that doesn't embolden Putin, that doesn't embolden China, and that allows the United States to have a peace in Europe that lets us focus our attention elsewhere.
The high-stakes meeting comes as Russia is accused of launching missiles and drones in Kyiv this morning. Explosions booming across the capital, killing at least one person and wounding 27 others.
Putin doesn't want to end the war. He doesn't want peace. He wants Ukraine. The only way he doesn't restart the war when Trump is gone is if there are strong security guarantees in place. And Trump is helping them craft that.
But Zelensky is not the only...
Oh yeah, Chad, I seen China just rolled out a drone carrier as well. It's like a big ass drone, unmanned drone that releases swarms of smaller attack drones, and then the carrier, which is cost a lot of money, it goes away, and then the small attack drones that are expendable do the work. It's crazy.
Meeting with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. The very next day, on Monday, we're expecting a visit from Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. He'll reportedly give Trump an update on Iran and its ballistic missile program, and they'll also discuss the future of the Gaza peace deal, according to reports. And Joey, we did reach out to the White House for more details on both of these meetings. We are waiting to hear back, but it's clear that foreign policy is one of President Trump's top priorities this coming week. Back to you.
Thanks, Madison. The relationship between Trump and Zelensky will be a major focus of tomorrow's meeting, obviously. The first one back in February, it kind of went off the rails.
For your military equipment, and you men are brave, but they had to use our military. If you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days.
You once this
a
entire
lot of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire
today.
meeting that you said thank
Even
you.
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president.
Yeah, that's a corporal for you there, the VP.
Yeah, hindsight is 2020. I'm gonna say that hindsight is 2020.
He steps in. The relationship seems to have smoothed since then, though. But the president is eager for Zelensky to compromise and get this deal done.
What's up, Fred?
I can't say I blame him at all. Tommy, I mean, it's hard to watch that clip and think of these two as ever being like buddies or even on the same page personally. But I do think they're on the same page in the sense of Ukraine can't sustain this war. The United States isn't going to. And it's time to find peace.
Well, what President Trump said in that meeting and has said several times since is you don't have the cards, and he's exactly right. Now, listen, I think President Trump wants to end these wars, and I think he wants to move into 2026 focusing on domestic policy, focusing on affordability, focusing on the midterms. That's what a lot of us America First people are hopeful for, that we can end these conflicts, head into a new year, and then focus on at home. But again, I think Zelensky had to come to the table, and he's had to soften a little bit because President Trump has said, no more blank checks. I know President Biden gave you a blank check. I know that everyone, gushed over your Vogue covers and had you speaking in front of the Oscars, and you were, the famed, I guess, figure for too long. And now President Trump said, you're not all that, buddy, but I do want to end your war for you, so I'm going to help. And I think that's exactly the right position for the United States to take.
Tom, maybe it's just because he started showing up in a suit. I don't know. But this is something I want to read from Zelensky because I think it really it shows just how dependent they are on us. It said earlier today, this is what Zelensky posted. He said, let me find it here. He goes, for us, the priority is peace. We need to be strong at the negotiating table. To be strong, we need the support of the world, Europe and the United States. This is the part that I want to understand. And that includes air defense, which are currently insufficient, weaponry, which is currently insufficient, and money. Thankfully, there is now a European decision, but frankly, there is a constant shortage of funds, in particular for the production of weapons and, most importantly, drones. He still says that...
I'm telling y'all, man. That Monroe Doctrine 2.0 got the world looking around. It's looking a little crazy, man. That restoration of American maritime dominance, along with that Monroe Doctrine 2.0 and that new national security strategy, got people looking crazy out here, man. Basically, Trump said, "Look, man, f all that. We're focused on the Americas, man. Zelensky, get this shit done, man, or we're out. It is what it is. Get this shit done, or we're out, man." Now, does Trump want to end the war? Yeah, he wants to tout that the war is ended, and he does want the war ended. But if the war is not going to end, it's pretty much already signed, sealed, and delivered. Dude, we're out, man. You don't see what the hell we just put out these documents, man. We're done. It's over with.
It's everyone else's responsibility to pay for Ukraine to defend itself. Regardless of your thoughts on Russia, just that posture is what gets to a lot of Americans.
Yeah, but this is what you do. You know, his strength was always as a salesman, and he always goes back to that. It was really working with him, with the Biden administration. It hasn't worked as well with the Trump administration, but I think everything's going the way one should expect. He kind of came in with bravado, and he tried pushing back on Trump, and that didn't really work. So then we saw a more realistic position. But the thing that I thought was amazing was we were covering this when they had that clash in the White House. We were covering this like, can you believe it? Everyone's saying this, you know, and the mainstream media was treating it. Look what they did to him in the White House. This is a war. There's people out there dying, okay? And so they're acting as if this was, it got contentious. There was some, some tough talk in the White House. This is what you have to do. If you're negotiating a peace, you have to be able to get a little tough. And that's what President Trump was doing. He was pushing a little. Zelensky pushed back. Now we're starting to get a more realistic. Because you're going to have to deal with Putin. If you're negotiating with Putin, that's where it gets tough.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, Putin, and Zelensky has pointed out in some of his ex-posts that Putin and Russia will say the right things, but those are just overtures. Their actions don't back it up. Christmas was no surprise there. I think it was according to Ukraine, over 500 drones and missiles, most of them made by Iran, attacked Kyiv. They said they did it to Kaylee to attack infrastructure used by the military, but they're talking about the capital of the city where the civilians live. And President Trump said it, kind of summed it up in a sentence. He said, talking about Zelensky, doesn't have anything until I approve it, so we'll see what he's got.
Right. I mean, Ukraine is completely dependent on the United States for any sort of victory here. And at this point, a victory would be a peace deal, even if that means not getting everything that Zelensky wants. And I think that's why this delay and this long brokered peace deal is important, because Zelensky has had to have a reality check that he's not going to get everything he wants from this peace deal, because you have to get Putin to come to the table. And I'm sorry, but Vladimir Putin is not going to compromise on a lot of these key issues, because he has the men and he has the money to continue throwing at this war. And that's a huge problem. Now, I know the European Union is proposing its own peace deal, but quite frankly, it seems to undermine a lot of the work that President Trump is doing, because it's just completely unrealistic. It would return land to Ukraine that Putin simply is not going to get back. So again, Zelensky needs to come to the table. He needs to get a reality check, and he needs to be open to what the president's team is trying to accomplish on his behalf.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you can sit here and say it's wrong that Russia invaded. It sucks that Ukraine's going to lose something from this, and still say, but peace right now, even with that, is better than continuing this war. And that's kind of what President Trump's been saying for a long time.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page.
All right, Sean Hannity, watch out, man. That's what's going on. They said that basically, Kyiv is being bombed ahead of this meeting with Trump and Zelensky, man. This is that one lady. This that one lady. She always going viral. I guess she goes to every town hall and board meeting, and she goes in on Chicago's mayor, man. She goes in on Brandon Johnson, man. She always is tearing into his ass. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real. Let's see what she says today. This is from the 18th.
Dollar Tony couldn't make it today. She too busy loving her home she just got for $1 million, while we just received these high property tax bills. So we all here because of our property taxes. Some here, like Zoe and Miss Jessica, because y'all stealing black people property. So I just want to know, because we just came from the city council meeting. We come in there and the city is blaming the county. And now you just blaming Springfield. And then when all these people, when they go to these town hall meetings and you send your puppets, they lie and they blame the invisible white man. Somehow they are pushing us out of our community. They want our property. They want black people property. They never say who it is. They just say, you know who they are. But when I come up in here, I see all black faces. I see Democrats. So are we talking about the Democrats are pushing black people out of their communities? The Democrats hate black people. The Democrats want our property and replace us with illegal aliens, because you all come in these meetings talking about the invisible white person, but we don't never see him, but we see all of you all here. And then you sit here, all these black faces, you sit here, all Democrats, and you sit here all arrogantly like your seats are secure, like we are not coming after these seats. Just like I told Brennan Johnson over there the first time I spoke on that mic. I said the same thing that's making y'all laugh in here gonna make y'all cry. And then you see what's happening. Same thing here. Now I'm giving y'all warning right here. The same thing that's making y'all laugh in here is gonna make y'all cry. Mark my words. See, y'all sit here too comfortably, thinking that everything, black people stupid. That we don't understand what's going on, that we going to vote blue no matter who. And all y'all got to do is use the race card. All y'all got to do is call white supremacy, the white man. But we're in a heavily Democratic city from top to bottom. State and city, all Democrats. So can we say that the Democrats are racist white men or white women? Who is it? Because this is what y'all telling us. So I'm letting you all know, Chicago flips red. We are not paying these taxes. We are calling for a boycott on these taxes. Nobody is playing this game no more. We won't pay our taxes until we get a forensic audit on where all our money is going. We're demanding that. We're asking President Trump to send the feds here.
30 seconds.
The DOJ here. We need a forensic audit on where our money is going. We are not paying another...
This can go a couple ways, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Because if they don't pay them taxes, somebody gonna come buy that shit. I'm just gonna be real with you. If they don't pay them taxes, somebody gonna come buy this shit. This might put the fire into somebody's ass. Trump might send them folks down there, man. You know he want to see what's going on. Brandon Johnson saying they cut the damn money off of shit. Pritzker looking around kind of crazy, man. Pritzker, man, you ass on the clock, Pritzker. They say you polling in at like 2 or 3% to become the next president, man. But your ass on the clock, man. She saying Chicago flips red, man. Illinois flips red, man. Hold on, chat. She just put his ass on the clock, man. Put their ass on the clock. Damn. Let me cut that back a little bit.
And President Trump to send the feds here.
30 seconds.
The DOJ here. We need money is going. We're demanding that. We're asking President Trump to send the feds here.
30 seconds.
The DOJ here. We need a forensic audit on where our money is going. And we are not paying no property taxes. And we are calling for a boycott. And we're going around to every ward in the city and calling for it. You all going to learn to stop playing with us. And you all going to learn that you all work for us. And none of these seats secure. And we coming for those seats. And you can sit there like you sitting there, like you unbothered, all of you all. Yeah, but you getting up out of
coming for them seats. That's what she said. She said, we coming for them seats, man. We ain't paying that shit, man, until y'all get a forensic audit, man, about where all our money going, man. We coming for them seats, man. Crazy. All right, chat, let's get into the last story, man. This probably going to be the last story. We're going to get up out of here, man. We'll come back in a little bit. They saying in Florida, man, he unalived his wife and kids over a football game, man. Over a football game. Now, I don't know what the hell is going on down there in Florida. I don't know what this man has went through in his life, but I don't know how much he bet on the game. Do y'all think he bet on the game? He unalived his wife and his stepdaughter, man. over a football game. How much money do y'all think he had on that game? And do y'all think he had a parlay in? Like, I'm just being all the way honest. I don't see how a game could push him over the edge. Like, do y'all really think he was a super fan that much that he unalived his wife and stepdaughter? Or do y'all think he had some money on that game? That's the question I'm posing.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. As you know, anytime you report on a murder, it's a sad situation. It is hugely sad when it's around Christmas. What I'm about to describe to you is even 10 times that worse. And it started last night in Highland City. Jason Kinney, who's 47, married to Crystal Kinney. And Jason's been drinking during the evening. And he's watching his football team, the 49ers, football. Well, they're having a good night. They're winning. Won big. Sometime toward the end of the game, at around clock, an argument began when Crystal suggested they watch something else on television. And the argument got really heated. Crystal told her 12-year-old son to go call 911. So the 12-year-old flees to the neighbor's house to dial 911, and as he's leaving the house, he hears a gunshot. He's arrived in less than 5 minutes of the call for service. When we enter the house, we see that Crystal Kinney, the wife of Jason, is shot in the head and dead.
Damn.
But it gets worse. We go into the bedroom and we see a 13-year-old child, a little girl. She shot twice. Shot in the shoulder and she shot in the face.
Damn.
We later learned the bullet in the face hit her on the bridge of the nose, went straight up and out the top of her head.
Damn.
She is alive in critical condition, but stable at Lakeland Regional Health and alert and talking. That's a Christmas miracle. Jason shot her twice and intended to kill her. Didn't, however, his biological child, thank God, who was 1 year old and in a crib, stepdaughter. He didn't get a chance to shoot his stepson who had run to dial 911. Jason then jumps into his vehicle and flees the scene just prior to deputies arriving. He is going toward Lake Wells, sister in upstate New York, and he says, I've done something very, very bad. I did something terrible. And this is the last time he talked to me. See me on the news. But I am not going to jail. I'm going to jail for the rest of my life. So he goes to his father's house, which apparently is currently in probate. He's deceased. And there's a friend staying there. When he gets to the house, he immediately goes into a shed. Deputies now are tracking Jason. We set up a perimeter and start yelling for Jason to come out of this shed, which is adjacent to the home. And the deputies hear a single gunshot. When we make entrance into the shed, we find that Jason has shot himself in the forehead, is deceased. I want you to think about this a minute. As the investigations unfolded during the night, and we're still in the preliminary stages, and as I always say when we talk soon, whatever we give you today is subject to modification. We found a note that sometime in the past Crystal wrote and it was open, where she told Jason, you know, you're drinking, you're using cocaine again, this is not the way the family should be, you need God. Crystal, by the way, goes to church every Sunday.
Coke and boo to do it.
We don't know when she wrote the note. It's not dated, there's no time, there's no indication, but it was open. So did she write it as they argued earlier in the evening, or had it been some period of time? We can't determine that.
I don't know about the stepkids. The girl, they said she's making a recovery. Hopefully she recovers fully. She's alive and talking, but she is in a critical but stable condition. The son got away, the stepson got away, and the 1-year-old, which is his biological kid, was untouched. But that 1-year-old is going to grow up with no parents. The 1-year-old, both his parents, his dad, shit, unalived his mom, then unalived himself over a damn football game, some booze, and some cocaine. The stepkids, I don't know where their father is, and I don't know. Maybe they have a father. Maybe their father's somewhere and he can get them. I don't know. Sad situation.
We also were able to talk to the 12-year-old, our Christmas miracle. She said, I begged him, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, and he shot me anyway. This is things that are never supposed to happen. And certainly we are all very, very happy that our little 13-year-old girl is, from every indication, going to survive and thrive. But the investigation's still underway.
Shot to the shoulder and the damn face.
That apparently had gone on for some time. We talked to another family member, and that family member said, oh, he's been beating on her for a while. Checked our records to see if we received any calls at the residence, and we have not. He's never been arrested for domestic violence. Bottom line is, 3 days before Christmas, he shot and killed his wife. He shot his 13-year-old stepdaughter twice and intended to kill her. Called his sister and confessed that he did something terrible. And rather than be arrested, shot and killed himself. Quite frankly, I don't want to sound sinister, but the only thing he did right that night was shoot himself after those horrible deeds. Felt that way. He could have taken himself out and not hurt those two beautiful people. So, it's sad anytime. It's horrific anytime. He had a chance. He could have gotten mental health help. We'd have done anything we could for him and the family in advance. But he just absolutely destroyed a family. Literally, the mental health of two children without their mama and an infant that will grow up without a mother and a father. 3 days before Christmas. Any questions?
They ain't gonna never like
So
Christmas.
the 12-year-old that's asked not to be shot at. You mean the 13-year-old?
I meant the 13-year-old. The 13-year-old was the boy. The 13-year-old was the girl. The 13-year-old girl begged not to be shot. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. And he shot her twice anyway. The 12-year-old had fled out of the house, and the 12-year-old, heard the first gunshot as he was leaving.
Was it that neighbor that ended up being able to call 911?
He went to a neighbor's house, and 911 was dialed from the neighbor's house.
The gun registered to him?
We don't know who the gun's registered to, and you don't have to register guns in Florida, so that we will do a background on the gun, but it's too early to determine ownership. But the reality is, in Florida, we don't register guns, so.
And I know you said he didn't have there hadn't been prior domestic violence related calls. Did he have any other, history of any sort of?
No criminal history.
What happens to these children then?
Well, right now they're with the grandparents. DCF's call. DCF will take custody of them. They are placed right now with grandparents. And long term, the DCF and the grandparents will have to work that out. Because, I understand that the 12-year-old boy and the 13-year-old girl who was shot, that their father, California, some places, never had any interaction with the children. That's the early information. And of course, the infants, mom and dad, are deceased. So the entire family was destroyed. And I must tell you, our homicide detectives are distraught. And there's a beautiful Christmas tree with lots of Christmas presents under the tree, just like the nuclear family should be. And so they said, we see this big, beautiful Christmas tree. We see the presents wrapped underneath the tree. We see the evidence of a wonderful Christmas about to occur in this house. She goes to church. She tells him, you need God. You're slipping into abuse of drugs and alcohol. And it ends up this way. And quite frankly, it's not surprising. Some women protect their husbands, and she never called him. But apparently, he's been known for injuring her in the past.
Just especially since it's Christmas time, to other families, I mean, I know this is probably the worst possible.
Sure, my message to everyone is there's always help. Dial 911 and say, I need help. Call any human services. We'll all provide help. None of this had to occur. There's no reason for this to occur. How does an argument over a television program end up with a murder, attempted murder, suicide? It never happened. So call for help. We have all kinds of services. We will come to you. We do house calls. We'll come to you and help you. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt a loved one.
The letter could have been what started this argument.
I have no idea. About it. We have no idea that whether or not she wrote the letter last night or this has been built up over time. That will be part of the investigation into the future. But it was there, and it was open for the detectives to see. It's not like we had to search it up in the house.
You said it was found on him.
No, it was found in the house.
You said that this was in Island City, New York.
From
Dorsey.
Cut the TV down, Dorsey.
I cut it down. Hey, man, Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year's.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you, my boy. Tell the chat where you calling from.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, California, man. It's still dark over here. I just happen to be up. I said, damn, let me check to see what's going on. Next thing I know, I see your show on. You kind of early, ain't you?
Yeah, I didn't do a nighttime show, so we got on here about 5:30 this morning.
Okay, shit, that's good. Wish I had known. I don't know, but have you seen the history of Polk County, Florida? I've been following Sheriff Grady for a long time.
Uh-huh.
And if you go back...
I know he just got into it with Jadeon. I know he just got into it with that YouTube. Well, Jadeon just got into it with him because they didn't prosecute that child guy that was trying to mess with them kids.
Yeah, well, you got to understand, man, Polk County is riddled with pedophile people.
Say PDF.
Hey, man.
Say PDF for the algorithm.
So rarely pedophiles get away with their crimes in that.
Say PDF, Dorsey. Say PDF for the algorithm. You gotta say PDF. Yeah.
Okay. So with the PDFs, they seem to like to live in that little enclave of the county. Now, if you go back a couple of years, you've seen that when they did a roundup on the PDFs, At least 10 of those people they rounded up out of the 50 people worked for Disney World.
Yeah, I just seen
And
Disney just kicked out somebody. I don't know if he was a J6er or they just say he's a real patriot. And he had like 150 people out there talking to him and they kicked him out. I was like, damn, Disney said they're not having it. They done got all these allegations of kids coming up missing and shit like that, and they kicked him the fuck out.
Yeah, well, you remember when that kid got eaten by the alligator at one of the Disney resorts?
Yeah, enough. We know it should be PDPs or whatever, but YouTube has come to a consensus that to bypass whatever censorship shit and to where everybody knows what we're talking about, we've agreed to call them PDFs. PDP, if I said PDP, nobody would know what the hell I'm talking about. I say PDF, everybody knows. It's just a YouTube consensus. Double tap the screen, share the live out. We are 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. Go ahead, Dorsey.
So the PDFs, man, they thick in Florida. It seems like they come from all around the country just to come to that one little spot over in Florida and so forth. And Sheriff Grady has a no tolerance policy and so forth when it comes to criminals. It's like if you put up any resistance, put up any fight, they gonna shoot you. You know, he gave his deputies the authority to shoot to kill, regardless of whatever it is that you do. You put up any type of resistance.
He didn't do that. He didn't do that. He said if it was a riot and if you throw, I remember what he said. He said if you throwing them bricks and shit, he said if you are violent towards our officers, they're gonna shoot to kill you. He didn't say any resistance. He said if you violent to our officers.
Nah, like, you gotta go to years before, man.
Oh,
That's just with the Black Lives Matter thing. I remember that one when he said that too. No, I'm talking about when Sheriff Grady, man, they used to have shootout with the police out there because there was a lot of biker gangs and so forth coming through the area, and they was having shootouts on the freeway.
What's up, Laurie? What's up, Big Niche? Good morning, Tinky. I see you as well, Tony. What's going on to the members and mods, man? Go ahead.
So everybody, I mean, that's a major thoroughfare, which is the 75 freeway. That goes through Ocala and a whole bunch of places over there. It's in between Tampa and Orlando. Like I said, it's a lot of violence goes on in that little area, in that little in-between strip, you know, because there's a lot of drug trafficking, a lot of PDF activity, the gang activity, a lot of thefts, burglaries, all that. So, you know, he has a following of the community, and the community is sick and tired of all this. But then again, they allow them people to come and move into their community without, you know, doing any background checks and stuff like that. So, I mean, I understand that. And then as far as Florida has one of the most liberal laws when it comes to conceal and carry and conceal laws as far as with guns, and then also they got the stand your ground.
Florida switched. Florida was constitutional carry, but over the last few months they went from constitutional to open carry, complete open carry, and that's why he just got up there and said we don't register guns in Florida, and it's complete open carry. Florida like Arkansas.
Yeah, so, you know, but the one thing about Florida, if you're a felon and caught with a possession of a firearm,
yep,
you get 5 years per bullet in the gun.
So in Arkansas, I don't know about Florida. I know they do that in Louisiana, but in Arkansas I heard. But in Arkansas, all firearms by certain persons are not parolable. So whatever they give you on that gun, you got to do it 100%. That's how Arkansas is. So if they give you 5 on that gun, you're going to do the whole 5, no parole.
That's just the way it is there. You know, those are red states. And people complain about like the blue states have gun laws, but to be honest, the red states have real, when it comes to felons, they have the toughest gun laws.
I mean, it depends on where you at, though. See, like in Texas, boom. In Texas, if at 5 years after your conviction, you can own a shotgun in your home. You can't ride with it. You have to go what? You don't gotta go do shit. It's 5 years after your conviction that you can have a shotgun in your home. Now you still violating federal law, but state law you not.
Okay, so you can just go and get a gun from anywhere.
You can have I said you can have a shotgun in the home. I didn't say about how you can acquire one. I just said after 5 years you can have a shotgun. Now acquiring it and how don't do your own research.
Okay, I guess you have to purchase it from a private owner because I can't see you going to a gun show and doing a background check and getting the gun. But other than that, like I said, man, it's a lot of things that probably going to change in 2026.
They said you lying. That 5 year per bullet is false. They said you lying about that. But I know that 5 year not parolable. Hold on. It don't matter. It don't matter who said it, Dorsey. It's just let me say this and then you can combat that. I'm gonna say this though. When you go into the probation or parole office in Arkansas, they have a big sign up there. So not a big sign, but it's a printout up there, and it says, and as of 2022, I believe it's 2020 or 2022, they passed a law in Arkansas that all firearms by certain persons are not parolable. So it's straight up, whatever they get. I know that's not false. I seen that every time I walked into the PO office. You get caught with it on you, your ass not coming home one day early. It is what it is. You might well go class 4 because you finna walk down every single day. Go ahead, Dorsey.
Right. The person who says that I'm lying, homeboy, I was sitting up in jail with some of the people who had felony convictions on guns. Just finding firearms and stuff like that. So unless the laws didn't change 5 years ago, that was the law in Florida. Now, all you so-called know-it-alls, where's your proof? Because I'm telling you from experience and talking to people who was facing cases. Their paperwork, and their paperwork said they was charging them with every bullet. 5 years for every bullet that was in the gun.
Now, was that state or was that federal?
That
was state?
Yeah.
I know they said it used to be like that in Louisiana, too. They used to say it was certain kind of bullets, though. I think if you had those sea killers, I can't say the name. You know, the one.
I know which one to tell
right. Yeah, if you had those, they said in Louisiana you was getting time for those, but it was like specific type.
Yeah, well, so what I'm trying to get them to understand is, look, man, I was over in St. Pete, Tampa, and Clearwater. You know, that was called a little golden triangle down there in Florida. And I know for a fact what I'm talking about. Because, you know, I lived in this, just like I lived in California, I lived in Florida. And fortunately for me, my wife was goody two-shoes, so she didn't have no records whatsoever. So we had not only a firearm, we also had a shotgun, an automatic shotgun. And she used to be, her grandfather used to be a sheriff down in Miami.
See, in Arkansas, y'all can have damn near everything but a damn rocket launcher. I'm just going to be all the way real. I hadn't seen, you know what I mean? But I seen somebody go to jail for having a rocket launcher. Like, they ran in his crib, said he had weapons of mass destruction. Man, I'm going to keep it real. The boy had a rocket launcher in apartments, man. And, but short of that, Arkansas don't give a fuck what you got, honestly. They don't care about what kind of rounds you. Arkansas really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Now, federal laws are different. If you violate federal law, your ass in trouble. But as far as just some state regulation, Arkansas not giving a damn, bro.
Yeah, it's easy to come across military-grade weapons in the United States. Up here I don't know. I don't know the life experiences of some of your callers or some of the people that watch this show. But I know from my experience, I know a lot of people who got military grade firearms and so forth that they got from off the military bases. It's like some people. I mean, I'm not saying every, but if you know the streets.
Nah, this wasn't no rapper. Hold on. Weezone. I know who you talking about. You talking about Lil Nar. No, this was a dude in Arkansas. I ain't gonna dox his city and shit, but this was a white dude from Arkansas. The one that I'm talking about, you talking about the guy in Chicago, Lil Nar. I'm talking about a white dude from Arkansas. He used to do tattoos and shit. And when people was going in his house, he had this motherfucking rocket launcher and they was seeing it and word got out and they came and got his ass for weapons of mass destruction. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid to have that on display. I mean, he could have had a dummy looking thing, but he had the real thing. So yeah, I do believe that the general public should have access to everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one of those persons who believe in the Second Amendment, and I believe that sometimes we do need to have those firearms that's equivalent to the military and so forth, because the police is coming out there with paramilitary equipment. Never know when you might get violated on anything. I'm not saying you got to be a criminal, but sometimes, man, the local authorities, they take it upon themselves to press some of these laws that's unjust. I'm just keeping it 100. I know a lot of situations where people had shootouts with the police.
Yeah, I was locked up with this dude one time. He had ended up killing the police, and I think it was the mayor from a city or two over, his son. Oh, they bolted his shit back. They was treating him bad in there too. I ain't gonna lie, they was treating him bad in there. He had, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think the story goes, he pulled the police pulled them over. He had his girl in the car or something. He jumps out running. And as he running, the police chasing him, he just like turn around and shoot, and it end up hitting the police in the neck. He died. Yup.
So he threw his life away. He just threw his life away for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's going to be a real different world come 2026. I think things are going to get. As far as the economy, I think things are going to get better. But as far as with people and so forth, I think things are going to get worse. Because people just flipping out for any reason now.
Man, I know. I think it's finna get bad. I'm with Clear Value Tax. Clear Value Tax said this is the slow melt upwards, man. We finna have the largest tax season in history. Jerome Powell is finna be out. Whoever Trump replaces him with is gonna do whatever Trump wants to do. And I'm telling you, man, there's gonna be some shit going on. They are predicting Clear Value Tax think it's gonna be about a 40% drop in the housing market, man. So yes, when we talk about a housing affordability, houses probably will become more affordable. But how they become more affordable is probably gonna be a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Clear Value Tax hasn't been wrong. Not since I've been watching them. Now, don't get me too crazy. I watch Clear Value Tax, and dude really know what he be talking about. Since at least 2021, I've been watching him, and dude know what he talking about.
I believe that too, because the housing market is way overinflated. So we ain't gonna have nothing but a repeat of 2008. We're gonna have all this money invested in the houses. Then they're going to drop the prices of the houses, so people are going to lose equity. So that's what happened in 2008. I know people who had houses that was valued at $1 million, and as soon as the housing bubble bust, they was down to $600,000. So that means they lost $400,000 equity overnight.
Yeah.
where I'm coming from? And a lot of people, see, the government knows what it's doing.
And then people act like that's kind of crazy, but it's like we've seen it happen before. The numbers are there. Actually, the numbers are showing that it should have been happening, and they've been kicking this can down the road. Also, we just seen Trump announced 100% tariffs on China, and that hit the market so damn hard. Now, I'm not talking about traditional markets. I am talking about the crypto markets, but they hit the crypto market so damn hard that people's stop losses wouldn't even catching. The stop loss, they were just blowing straight through the stop losses. That's why I was on her yelling like, hey, when that knife is falling, get your hand out the damn way. Like, people got liquidated. 18 million gone, 19 million gone, 40 million gone. Shit, man.
Yeah, you seen that?
Give a fuck.
That black lady who lost one and a half.
Oh yeah, the situations are different. What I'm saying is that they don't give a fuck. That's where I'm gonna say the situations are different, but what is the same is that the wealth transfer is already here and it's already in motion. The people who are set to make money off of that are. Now, I'm not saying we can't make money off of it, Chad. Now, talk with your professionals and figure out how you can make some money on it. But the people who are putting this shit in play, they're already good. They know when this shit goes down, they'll just adjust and shit, take a little loss on the top, adjust, reposition, and be in an even better position, man. They're going to come scoop up these houses, man. Once the market crashes, man, they finna buy these houses. We just talked this morning. I know a lot of y'all are just now coming in. Good morning, Essence. But this morning we talked, and New York just passed that COPA shit, man, to where now, before you sell a multi-unit, you have to give the city first bid. That's what they're trying to get. They already got it. I think Eric Adams just got to sign it. So, Dorsey, if I got a nephew or a cousin or maybe even somebody who's worked with me for a long time, and I want to sell them my fourplex, right? I can't sell him my fourplex without first going to the city and seeing if they want to buy it.
Hey, ain't that socialism?
Man, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit, and that's a telltale sign of where they trying to, they trying to, they said decommodify housing. They want to decommodify housing, and that's going to kill the American dream, man. I'm just going to be all the way honest with you. If we want, and there is a way for affordable housing, but I'm just going to say it. Everybody's talking about change. Mom Dunny's bringing this change, but I don't know if I'm with it, bro. Because, that's killing the American dream. I can't transfer wealth. I can't, a lot of people want to keep it in the family. Like, okay, we'll sell the house, but we're going to make sure we sell it to the family or a family that's closely aligned with the family. Shit like that. So you could potentially buy it back later on. Just little shit like that. Or you could use the land, all kind of shit. Making it work. That's what it has been, making it work. But now, yes, this is New York City, but this is a telltale sign that can happen anywhere. Now, the government got to get involved. Like, before you want to sell it to your family or family friend, shit, you have to give the government first dibs on it, and they have to sell it to a qualified nonprofit. We know how those nonprofits fucking go. Let's just be real. Or a joint venture. They get first biddings and first right to refusal. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all, because that's how a lot of people lost their homes and so forth. It's kind of like public domain. Remember those public domain laws? Whereas the government has some kind of project going on, they could just come and scoop up your house.
Oh, yeah.
And give you a
eminent domain.
Yeah, public domain, yeah. So, that's stepping beyond that I don't think that people... You said, but it has to be a multi-family dwelling, right?
As of right now, it has to be a 4-unit. But you know that, when you're talking about a 4-unit, that's
a small unit.
Not really. A 4, depending on how you break it up, because depending on where you're at in America, people break up their houses into 4 units. Like, maybe it's 3 floors and a converted basement or something like that. That's considered a 3-unit. That's 3 units right there. So if that can be considered as 3 units, think about how easy it is to convert something and make it like a 4-unit. Or how many of those are already converted. We know how New York get down, New York City.
Well, here in California, it used to be a law against converting your garage an additional family unit. About a year and a half ago, they swept that law under the rug. Now people are going around converting their garages into additional family units and so forth. And they got little, it's companies running around here ripping people off. They'll convert their family unit, their garage into a family unit and so forth for $50,000. They got signs all around here, and that's a lie. First of all, it's cheaper than that to convert. Also, a lot of companies don't even go to the city to get the certificates in order to convert that. And then when the people get ready to sell the house, they find out that the additional unit is not registered with the city. And the people can't sell the house with the additional dwelling. They have to gut it out and make it go back to its original form. So much BS going on with these local governments, and man, people aren't aware of it. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, unless people get really involved, they're gonna take it. They're gonna take your property one way or another. Take it through the bank, or they're gonna take it through the government. So for New York, if you're talking about the city, then hey, socialism is already kicked in. You know, if the government take over your assets and say that they have first pick, they're not gonna give you top dollar for that. You know,
they're gonna give you what the market. They're gonna give you what the market wants. And guess what? The market is due to what? Drop how many percent? According to clear value tax, 40% plus. And that's why they passing these laws. They said a law wouldn't come into effect about late last year. If we talking about this slow melt up and it's a possibility that the housing bubble collapses or explodes and we lose 40%, they're going to give market value on this. Anything 4 units or above, nigga, is going to the government for market value.
Well, I have this to say as far as for my state. I can't tell about anybody else's state. California is affordable. People
it don't matter if it's Dorsey. It doesn't matter if it's affordable or not. It don't matter. You lose 40%. You negative equity. You looking around like, damn, how can I make something happen? The government's gonna get. You can't even sell it to your rich uncle. Your rich uncle can't come. You know what I mean? Unless he's gonna cash you all the way out, right? There's no way that they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? That they're not gonna allow the sale. They're gonna have to pass on it first.
That's local law. That's not federal law.
Correct. But this is where it starts.
Yeah, well, that's where it starts, but that don't necessarily mean
we gotta nip this shit in the bud now. You trying to give it a little grace and shit, and I'm saying hell fucking no, Dorsey. Hell no.
A lot of shit we should deal with right now, but you know most people ain't gonna do shit.
Well, this is a stance I'm taking. I'm taking this stance. What stance you gonna take on it?
Me, I'm gonna take the stance is I'm moving to the Salton Sea and getting me some motherfucking land for $10,000 and be the end of it, and then I'll build on that. Whatever y'all do, hey, that's on y'all. All I know is I already looked into what I'm gonna do when I get my money, so. I'm just keeping it real.
You see?
Each his own.
Essence, I hear exactly what you're saying. Look at what Essence saying. So create a nonprofit. This is what people are going to do. They're going to create a bunch of these nonprofits. They're going to get these grants. They're going to get these quote-unquote joint ventures on the side of that. They're going to, same people. They're going to put that money together. They're going to donate this money, quote unquote, $6 million donation to my nonprofit ran by my nephew, right? My nephew got this nonprofit, $30 million donation to the nonprofit ran by my nephew. And everybody, when this housing market that comes, everybody that's looking around, man, that they're going to be the ones and scooping this shit the fuck up, and they're gonna give their nephews and uncles and shit the salaries, all the cash flow, everything that shit's supposed to cash flow is gonna go into their salary, man. And that's how they're gonna run the play, man. This shit is too easy, man. Shit is too fucking easy. Go ahead, Dorsey.
Okay, well, you can thank Bill Clinton for that because he's the one who let the nonprofits come up. My mom had a nonprofit back in the 1990s. That's how come my brother a millionaire now. Hey, she was getting all kind of free shit from the government, money, material things from corporations and so forth. So I'm just being real. If you look up Dorothy Benford, that's my mom's name. She ran her own nonprofit in Mississippi, and she made millions off of housing. This is when Bill Clinton said that the mentally challenged could go live wherever they wanted to go live, right?
Go ahead.
Okay, so my mom, she opened up her nonprofit back in 1990, I think it was 94, and she made a grip. I mean, a grip. Me, even though I'm the bad seed of the family, I'm the white sheep of the family. I didn't benefit from it, but I saw it. Hey man, I seen the money. I seen the bank statements. I seen all that stuff. So if you decide you want to do a nonprofit, I mean, go for it. It's a lot of paperwork involved, but it ain't something that most people can't do but by themselves, or use the internet, or to get the information. So if you're inclined to doing a nonprofit, I would suggest you get on that right away.
I'm gonna leave that to y'all, man. Y'all can go scam the New Yorkers, man. I'm gonna leave that to y'all, man. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm
No,
doing.
it ain't New Yorkers. Every state got their own little thing going with the nonprofit. Remember Texas used to call it what? Christian faith-based organizations and so forth, and they was giving out all that money under Bush. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
The food banks and all that. Where you think that money coming from? Where you think that food coming from? They've been doing this. They've been doing this for over going on almost 40 years now. So, when I talk to my brother sometimes, me and him get to arguing and shit, and, I tell him his business ain't gonna make no money. And he be like, what are you talking about? And I be like, man, your business is a non-profit organization, nigga. You ain't gonna never make no money. And he get mad, but I tell him the truth. I say, hey, man, mama was the one who was bringing that money in for you. She the one who, like you said, they get they nephews or sons or daughters, and they make them president or chairman on the board, because my mom tried to get me to be on the board. I was like, nah, I'm good. Like I said, I'm familiar with some of the terminology you use, and I've seen it practically used. People, y'all got to understand, I'm 63 years old. I'm not in my 30s, I'm not in my 40s. I have seen it. I have lived it. And I'm just saying, if y'all really want to make that, especially this is going to the black women in the audience. Hey man, go on and make y'all money. These dudes sit up here and flap their gun, but don't women to put that paperwork in. And if that's what it takes in order to help your community and solve some of them problems and so forth, you can't save everybody, but you can save a few. It's on your conscience on what you want to do with the money that they give you. I look at it. It's just the way it is. People get mad, and you got people who talking about it ain't right. But understand there's people who trying to make it in this world, hook or crook. And it seems like the crooks is getting all the benefits. Like I said, you do the paperwork, you get paid. I'm just being real. Anything else, Club?
Nah, we talked about Cenat, a young boy. Academics, they ran with a story saying academics put it out there that Cenat girl cheated on him with young boy and they broke up. Academics said he didn't say nothing like that, but Cenat was all online crying and shit. And I just told him, like, hey, man, you got to tighten that shit up, man. You can't be online crying and shit like that, bro. Like that. Like, at no point on earth should you be online crying real tears like that, bro.
Hey, man. You know, some dudes, they take them breakups real hard, man.
And
You
take
know,
that shit hard offline. Yeah, shit. Take that shit hard offline. Man.
Hey, back in, I
No
don't know, it's
Diddy.
just me, man. You know, I can't speak for nobody else. Man, if a chick leave me, man, that just mean I get to replace her with something better. That's all it is. But, you know, to some dudes, these women mean everything to them. You know what I'm saying? You know, them the dudes back in the day, we used to sit up and, you know, dudes going through that. The mama's concerned, the daddy's concerned. They take him to the church. He talking about he want to kill himself and all that. So, you know, to each his own. If she meant that much to you, you should have married her. You know what I'm saying? You should have put a ring on her finger. You dudes, I don't know, man. This generation nowadays, man. Back in my day, you know, it takes a fool to learn. Love don't love nobody.
All right, hold on.
You love the concept of love.
Let me play this clip right quick, man. I forgot to cover this one right here. This will be the last thing we cover, man. Forgot to play this shit, chat.
It's been coming down. Now we learn FBI Director Kash Patel announcing the permanent closure of its headquarters in D.C. as part of his push to get more agents into the field to crush violent crime.
Madeline Rivera joins us now from Washington, D.C. with the latest. Hi, Maddie.
Hi, good morning. FBI Director Kash Patel announced a plan over the summer to move the FBI to the Ronald Reagan building in D.C. Now he says they've finalized the details. Patel praised it as a cost-cutting move that would also allow a transition to happen sooner than initially planned. He says in an ex-post, taxpayers were about to be on the hook for nearly $5 billion for a new headquarters that would not open until 2035. Patel adding this decision puts resources where they belong, defending the homeland, crushing violent crime, and protecting national security. It delivers better tools for today's FBI workforce at a fraction of the cost. The Hoover building will be shut down permanently.
Any leadership that weaponized the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the prior administration or before that, we removed. We put 1,000 agents across America, removed them from headquarters, took intel analysts and support staff and pushed them out across the country to say the crime fighting has to happen out in the streets and in the cities of America and not inside the Hoover building and the headquarters building that built this diseased temple of weaponization.
Last month, Maryland officials sued the Trump administration, accusing them of breaking the law by redirecting funds that had been congressionally appropriated for a new FBI headquarters in Greenbelt, Maryland. Maryland lawmakers say the Reagan building is unfit to accommodate the FBI's needs. Patel says there are some safety and infrastructure upgrades that need to be made, and they're already underway. Charlie, Lisa, and Griff.
Thanks, Maddie.
All right, man. Yeah, that's the last thing. How you feel about that? Patel shut down the Hoover building, man.
Man, all they doing is spreading crime. Okay, they have a building and they have it centralized for a reason. Okay, they have different compartments and compartments and departments inside the FBI. Like, you know, you got forensics. Then you got guys who are dealing with violent crimes. You got guys who deal with terrorism and so forth. And they have a lot of equipment, you know, built into those buildings and so forth to help them investigate crimes. Go ahead and they strip them people of them resources. That means that crime is just going to climb because you don't have agents. They act like the agents is out there like Sherlock Holmes busting up crime. No, man, it got to be a place for you to organize. So that's like a soldier. A soldier needs a base. Understand what I'm saying? Where they can get resupplied, get this and that, and to get educated and all of that. And all I see is that basically they are making America worse. As far as with crime, I'm talking about that high quality crime. I'm not just talking about just somebody busting in your house or carjackings. I'm talking about these terrorists. I'm talking about espionage. Talking about if they so serious about sex trafficking, all that human trafficking, drug trafficking, weapon trafficking. That's what that was for. And they got to remember, they already have FBI headquarters scattered already all over the country. But that's supposed to be the central location where it's supposed to be the top-notch leadership. And my whole thing is, I'm looking at the director himself. Kash Patel has flat on his face on dozens of cases. Do you think we really should depend on the decision of a dude who's incompetent? Talking about he gonna save us money? Oh, you spending more money just hopping on your jets to go on little dates. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I think it's a joke. I think this is just, I'm being real with you, man. I think that Donald Trump is a Russian agent and he's destroying America. Really do. Because he messing up stuff that took decades to set up. You know, the FBI didn't really become the FBI till the 30s. Then it jumped another notch during the 60s. Then it jumped another notch during the 90s. But prior to Trump, the FBI was one of the main policing agencies that we relied on to solve a lot of these crimes. Now, you got Trump, he done tore up everything. I'm being honest with you. Talking about y'all trying to save some money. Y'all ain't saving no money. Y'all ain't even gonna save lives after this. Watch how shit hit the fan. Hit the fan after Trump leaves. We're destroying our own house, man. Destroying on a house that, you know, it took almost 250 years to build. They're destroying it because of one lunatic, because we so fixated that he a billionaire. I'm being honest with you, bro. You know, for these people who sit up here and they don't really have a real idea how government functions or how the economy works or how politics works or how the military works. You know, they think that, he's destroying this country. And that's my opinion. You hear me, Plug?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being honest with you, man. Remember, he destroyed the education system. He destroyed the health system. He done let almost every major drug dealer, he done cut them loose. You know, and it's just that, man, America has gone down. I mean, I'm not saying we're the laughing stock of the world, but man, we don't have the same status that we used to have. You know, we got all kind of countries that's now turned against us.
Yeah, I heard one of them leaders came out and said, if America want to be isolationist, let them be isolationist.
Yeah, because that means that, hey, if you get out the game, then we get to go and grab shit. That you know, it's like if we, okay, so say it like this. Say the United States withdrew and didn't participate in the Olympics for whatever reason. How many countries going to take up that space and get those gold medals and so forth? Just Olympic. That's just a sporting event. So can you imagine if we decide this isolationist stuff? Miss out on everything. Miss out on everything. Just like we missing out now. You know, understand that they said that the trade and so forth with other countries was uneven and so forth. The corporations who made that mess, not the government. And when they talk about tariffs, the tariffs, we pay for the tariffs. Don't get it screwed up. It means that everything that we funded in government we've been taxed. We've been double taxed. They taxed us when it got over here, and then when we go to the cash register, they tax us again with sales tax. I mean, it don't take much. All you gotta do is look at the money. You look at everything, man. It's just this is ridiculous. So in 2026, it's gonna be some things. There's gonna be some conflicts. There's gonna be some conflicts, and then you're talking about a man who wants to build an arsenal of ships. Where's the money gonna come from? Because I don't see the tariffs. Paying for that. That's a bunch of nonsense. Anyway, that's just Dorsey's opinion.
All right, Dorsey. Well, we finna wrap it up, man. We coming up on 4 hours, man. We'll be back later on.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, though, man. Shoot, like I said, bro. I woke up, I said, oh, man, plug. That was like a Christmas gift to me, man. Shoot, your show, I enjoy it. I mean, if somebody else went, hey, good morning to you, Essence. Yeah, I wish Essence would call, because Essence will talk sense.
Yeah, we probably jump in the Discord here in a minute. Y'all probably catch us hanging out in the Discord.
Okay, then. I'll try to get back over to the Discord. I just got to find the right phone to get on, because that's where my Discord's on. All right, then, plug. You have a good one, man. And like I said, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you.
All right, man. Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year.
Be careful out there, because if you notice, every year, every New Year, either 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after, some disaster happens. Last year for us, it was the fires.
I'm going to keep my black ass in the house.
Yeah, that's the right thing. Same here. Hey, you have a good one, man. God bless you, and may God put a hedge of protection around you and your family.
Man, I appreciate
Y'all
you,
have a good one.
You as well.
And you too, H-Buster. I hope you enjoy your pudding. Don't choke on it. Bye.
Alright, chat, man, we finna get up out of here. Frank Vroom said, what is this Hood Economics 101? Sometimes it get like that. That's not what the show about, but every now and then I have to, let y'all understand how it is. Life is about perception and perspectives. So sometimes my perspective is Hood Economics 101. But most of the time it's not. Most of the time we're on something else. We're talking about politics, current events, or entertainment. And so double tap the screen, share the live out. We'll be back, man. We 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. And I'll see y'all later, chat. If y'all want to join the Discord, I'll be in there, man. I'll be in the Discord in about, probably give me like 10 minutes to get some shit together. Then I'll pop out in the Discord, man. See y'all later, chat.